Watch this power bomb.
This might be a little bit loud. I apologize.
Because Nick told me to.
Yeah. Skip around the room. Skip around the room. It's baby making music. Dangle clacks. Dangle clacks. Oh my gosh. Sorry, you caught me tooting. Here we go. All right. Well, hello and welcome. G-Matt, why did you even say that? You're just going to get my tears flowing, and I'm trying to hold them back, G-Matt. Hello and welcome. You guys, welcome and hello. Today is Thursday, which means that it is vlog day. I'm going to take a toot here to try to hide my complete sad emotions right now. I am not wearing a hat. I did get a haircut, and I'm just sad. Just sad. I'm sad. My friends are sad. Everybody's sad. I would hate to be the first person to tell you this, or if you're wondering why, what's going on this YouTube or who Matt Sinister is. Our friend Matt Sinister passed away on Tuesday. So it's been. I'd say a rough couple of days within the Patreon. You know, we kind of hung out last night a little bit and, you know, mourned, I guess, for lack of a better term. We kind of goofed off and just remembered what a great guy Matt Sinister was. And, yeah, I know. No hat. You know, I'm trying my best, Janine. Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. We're all here tonight. It's vlog day. And believe it or not, I do have a full-on, action-packed vlog for you guys planned out tonight. I promise I'll try to get a little bit more high energy. Maybe we can cheer each other up. Sewer Rug always cheers me up. Rhett's Beard sometimes cheers me up. On occasion, he's been known to cheer me up. So I appreciate you guys you guys being here. But yet it's been a rough couple of days, and I just, apart from we're going to have a regular vlog, apart from the very beginning here, I just wanted to, bring some attention to our friend, Matt Sinister, who passed away. And I just want everybody, the vlog, the world, anybody watching to know, like, what a genuinely amazing person he was. It's already happening. It's already happening, Kathy. It's already happening. He was just a really great guy, one of the best. And I can't, I got this news yesterday and I just gave up. Like, I just stopped working. I was in the middle of shooting Uppy Closey video for that SX Yeehee mod. I'm just like, nope, fuck this. And I just tore everything down. I was like, I don't feel like working now at all. And I leave my office and like I'm going to talk to Casey, and I come back in my office. I see this rad poster. Matt Sinister bought me this rad poster. I just walked into my office and it was like Niagara Falls. I just saw the rad poster and I was like, Matt Sinister bought me that rad poster. So, powerbomb someone and then blow some mud for Matt. Yeah, definitely blow some mud for Matt. I'm really trying to get through this. I'm going to do some push-ups in honor of Matt Sinister. He always made me do push-ups. I don't think there was a live vlog viewer. If you came to this vlog live stream, chances are you interacted with Matt, or you read one of Matt's super chats, or you laughed at one of Matt's jokes. He was, tremendously loved and will be tremendously missed on a severe level. Yesterday on Wednesday it's like whatever. It's my errands day, I guess I call it. I go and run some errands. I like to go to the pet store, and I go to the post office, and I go to the bank, and it's like my weekly errands that I run. And I allow myself one soda a week, and it's on a Wednesday, and lately that soda has been a cactus cooler. And so I went to the mailbox, and I went to my favorite place, and I got a cactus cooler, and I'm sitting in my car in traffic, and I crack open this cactus cooler. And on any other day, it just would have been another cactus cooler, except, I started thinking about Matt, you jerk, and the last Discord DM he sent me, which was Matt Sinister with a fucking cactus cooler. So I'm just sitting in my car drinking a fucking soda. Niagara Falls, just all over again, by myself, in a car, in traffic. People are watching me, and I'm just staring at this cactus cooler, just sobbing my face off. And then, I imagined that Matt showed up next to me in my passenger seat and just leaned over and called me a pussy, and then I laughed because that's what Matt would do. And then I laughed, and then I was sobbing again because of Matt Sinister. He's going to be really tremendously missed in a big way. I'm going to do let's do some push-ups, Let's do some push-ups, Ray. Let's do some push-ups for Matt Sinister. I'm going to try right now to do 10 full push-ups, but I am so out of practice that they're going to be weak push-ups at the end, okay? They're going to be weak push-ups at the end, but I'm going to do it. We're going to do it right now for Matt Sinister. Anybody is welcome to join me. That means you, Sewer Rug. 10 for Matt. Okay. Oh, God. It's been a while. It's been a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's halfway done, Matt. Pussy. All right. 6, 7, 8, Oh, 10. Oh. I haven't done 10 push-ups in quite a while, Matt Sinister. Quite a while. One of the funniest Matt Sinister moments for me was we were in the Zoom. After the vlog, we do a little bit of a Zoom Discord hangs. It's real fun. It's how we get to know each other, you know? It's the reason why I would call Matt Sinister my friend, because we spent hours and hours and hours just hanging out in Zoom. Thursday after Thursday after Thursday after Thursday, hanging out in the Zoom. And so, I'm sorry, I'm winded. And I forgot who asked me a question. Someone asked me a question about like concerts and what's like the biggest spectacle concert you can think of. What's like a huge spectacle concert? And I remember blurting out Coldplay, and Matt was like the most offended I've ever seen a person. His head just like snapped, and he's like, Coldplay? He's like, get the fuck out of here with Coldplay. He's like, Iron Maiden, bro. Iron Maiden. He's like, dude, people quit their jobs to go see Iron Maiden. He's like, Coldplay? Nick, get the fuck out of here with Coldplay. I'll never be able to think about Coldplay again, you know? Or Rad. Or, for the Getting to Know GrimmGreen. He's going to be back for that. He's going to be back for the beer segment. I have a video that I put together. I'm going to get to these super chats in just a second. But I have a quick little video. It's maybe 6-7 minutes long. And it's just a little video for Matt Sinister. Some patrons, I encouraged them, and some patrons wanted to say something about Matt or to Matt. And so I have a few of those. And then that's followed up with a huge shout out to an advocate for liberty. He sent over a really great clip when Matt was on his show. Look, I know, Dakota, I know that Coldplay has a legendary show. Just don't let Matt Sinister hear you say that. just do not let him hear you say anything good about Coldplay, especially at the cost of Iron Maiden. So I'm just going to play this video, you guys, and I'm going to try to I'm going to try to watch it without gently sobbing, although the whole day that I've been putting this video together, it's just been nonstop gentle sobbing. So this is a few people from the Yo-Yo Cool Kids Club saying what's up to Matt Sinister, and then Matt sort of at the end of it with an advocate for liberty, and he definitely is. He's definitely talking shit about my push-up form. That's for sure. I could hear him. Get that butt down. Get that butt down, Club Sinister. Just miss him so fucking much. And let's watch this video. Cheers. Here's the cool kids.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
One more for you, Matt. One more for you, Matt.
I love you and I miss you. Forever and always, Matt Sinister. This toot's for you, bud.
I spent hours upon hours, days even, in Zoom rooms with Matt Sinister talking about hair metal, diet, exercise, listening to his terrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonations. He had quite the effect on so many people in the community. I think one of the greatest memories is Matt would find any opportunity to tell me how much he enjoyed his French vanilla creamer in his shitty instant coffee that he used to drink, just because he knew it would set me off. We're gonna miss you, buddy. Big love. fuck your vanilla creamer.
I would love to give my condolences to Matt's family. I didn't know Matt very well, but I know for a fact that he has helped many of us cool kids go through our troubles. He will be forever missed. Hey Matt, love you. Hashtag Powerbomb the world.
Matt Sinister was more than just push-ups to me. He was inspirational. And he will continue being inspirational to me. You will be missed, Matt. We love you.
In honor of Matt Sinister. I didn't know him well, but you couldn't be a part of the Yo-Yo Cool Kids Club or interact with the vlog without having a laugh with him or because of him. And I know he touched many lives. So sending love and prayers out to all those people, his family, the very many people whose lives he touched. Breaking out the Grimm Army Hex Zone with the recoil, sending some clouds up for him. Rest in peace, brother.
Cool kids wanted to make a short video for Sinister. My condolences to his friends and his family, so I'm sending you guys prayers and love. Matt was an awesome guy. I talked to him a few times in Discord. I'll keep it short. This one's for you, Matt. Give him some power bombs in heaven, buddy.
Hey Nick, hey everybody in chat, how's everybody doing? Lethal Coils here, Chris, if you know me. This message goes out to all of Matt's friends and family, and this is such a hard loss for all of us. Matt was a great friend, he was a brother to me, to all of us, and he will be sorely missed and never forgotten. His laughter, his joking will carry on throughout years to come. To Matt specifically, brother, I love you. I hope that you're in a much better place now, and powerbomb the world, bro. Powerbomb the world. That's all I can say. Anyways, guys, love y'all. Be safe, be strong, be happy, and try and stay positive even through these dark times. Love y'all. Peace.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. I had to put my pride behind me and go and talk to a personal trainer and nutritionist, because I had to admit to myself that maybe my way is old school, is too old school. Maybe my way is just, what am I there's something I'm missing. There's got to be different ways to do things. You have to tell yourself that you don't have all the answers. Ask for help. And if you can't afford to do that, I was fortunate that I could afford to hire a trainer. We got this thing that we're on right now called YouTube that's got a ton of things to help teach you. And as far as personal motivation, that is different for everybody. Sometimes it could be like, I can remember being down, and getting out of shape. And then by chance, I watched Pumping Iron one night. And that inspired me. Just something as easy as that. Or there's other people in your life, or people that weren't in your life that you want back in your life, or whatever it might be, that this is something that you can do to help that. Excuse me. It all just depends. It all just depends on who you are and the things that you're into in life. I would not be, let me tell you this right now, I would not be here if it wasn't for the Vape fam. I wouldn't. The love and support and encouragement that I've got from everybody, from the Cool Kids Club to the Vape Stew to everybody, it's absolutely just amazing. When I went to Houston, if anyone doesn't know, we had a meetup. There was a sort of convention going on in Houston. It was kind of a mix of a punk, hemp and vape community, kind of, at least the way it was advertised, was like, kind of an antisocial thing. but it was a hemp vape convention, and it wasn't, but we all went out there to see each other. We didn't really care much about the convention, and I was surprised that I initially wasn't going to go because I couldn't afford to go. But GrimmGreen and his wife Casey, they footed the bill, and what Nick said to me, he goes, "We couldn't do this without you. You're a big part of the community. You had to be here. Matt Sinister had to be here." And I almost fell down and bawled like a little kid when he told me that. It was such. I haven't had that. I haven't had a feeling like that even in wrestling. Even in wrestling, I never felt like, because in wrestling it's a very cutthroat thing. If you're gone, that means a spot opens up. So I don't care if you're there or you're not. Unless you're drawing numbers like Hulk Hogan or Stone Cold Steve Austin, where they kind of want to attach themselves to you because you're going to be bringing a lot of money in, and you want some of that money. But in my case, that was never the case for me in wrestling. So, there was plenty of times that people did not want me there. I have never felt that way. And I felt not only am I wanted, or not only am I accepted, I'm wanted,
Hashtag powerbomb the world. Right in the feels. I'm pretty sure this paper towel I'm using to wipe my eyes has e-liquid on it, because now my face smells like tobacco, and that's okay. So yeah, one last thing. Well, it's not the last thing, but one more thing that I just want to do right here is, Matt was a wrestler. There was a thing written about him, about his passing in SoCalUncensored.com, which is the Southern California Pro Wrestling and AMA website. And he was a wrestler. It says he started his wrestling career in '94, his first match taking place at the now famous Ice House in Fullerton. He teamed with Steven Delon in a match against the American Wild Child and Chimera. In '95, Sinister went to Calgary to train at the Heart Dungeon. If you're in the wrestling space, or the wrestling scene, you know how big of a deal that is to train at the Heart Dungeon. It says after returning to Southern California, he wrestled all over the area, most notably for EWF and Revolution Pro, where he was the Rev Pro Mexican Lucha Libre heavyweight champion. Sinister also had a brief stint in XPW as Crimson. It says after he retired from active wrestling, he was a longtime commentator for the EWF. He has the perfect personality for that. And it says Matt suffered a number of health issues related to being a longtime professional wrestler. He dealt with testicular cancer diagnosis, and he'd been diagnosed with bipolar disorder and depression. It says recently Matt Sinister had been working on improving his health and documenting his journey on Instagram. He was also engaged to be married. It's a fucking shame. And I was watching all of his Getting My Health Back videos, and it's one of the things that inspired me to hey, maybe don't be such a lazy ass. Maybe lift a weight every once in a while. Maybe go ride your bike. Maybe go do some push-ups. And yeah, he was just real inspiring. So he was a wrestler, and what they do, you see, yeah, he had the gift of gab. He was a great talker. He had a great voice. The first time I heard Matt Sinister talk, I was like, why aren't you on the radio? You have such a radio voice, Club Sinister. He's got that radio voice. I thought, man, why aren't you on the radio? Yeah, and yes, in the big leagues, in the WWE, WWF, WCW, ECW back in the day, when a wrestler would pass, 10-bell salute. So for Matt, we're going to do a 10-bell salute. We're just going to have a moment of silence. And then I'm going to try to start cheering myself up a little bit, start cheering each other up a little bit, and not forget why we're here to celebrate Matt Sinister. So just a moment of silence. 10-bell salute for Matt Sinister. All right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Rest in peace, Matt Sinister. What I'm going to do right now is attempt to pretend that this is a normal vlog, and we're going to move forward a little bit and read some super chats. Let's get into these super chats. Oh, great. Okay, none of them showed up. That's fine. I'm going to try to go back here. I don't know who this was. Mums de Dompfer. I don't know if you were the first super chat, but you're the first super chat that YouTube is letting me see right now. He says, I want to say big thanks to everyone again. It was an honor for me to have a beer with you at the Hall of Vape. It absolutely was. Absolutely was. Sharing a beer with someone, you know, that's a damn thing. That's a real thing. Appreciate you. Lurk Lancaster says, Matt was a super cool dude and he made such an impact on so many people. Rest in peace. So many people. So many people. And I think about how random it is all the time that I was just a guy. I'm just a guy on YouTube and he was just a person that smoked cigarettes. And then he somehow found my videos. And I think about if I had never hung up that like WCW World Heavyweight title in the background of my office for those few years, that maybe Matt Sinister wouldn't have subscribed to me. You know, maybe that belt was like, oh, maybe this GrimmGreen guy's not so bad after all. We have at least have wrestling in common, you know. And then it's just weird. It trips me out that someone goes from a complete stranger to just a subscriber that you helped quit smoking and helped them pick out some dope vape gear, and then they're around in the vlog, and then they join your Patreon, and then you actually like become friends with this person throughout countless hours of Zoom rooms on the internet, and then getting to go to Texas and like hang out for a weekend IRL. It trips me out. It trips me out, and it trips me out. It's very real. Like internet friendships are true facts. Rhett's Beard. To the friends we have, to the friends we've lost, to changing each other along the way, and to the memories we'll cherish. Damn it. Hashtag Sinister Legend. Well said, Rhett's Beard. Well said. Jam and Jesse. Hashtag Vaping Saves Lives. Matt came to me in a dream and he told me to give Grimm a 10 spot for 10 push-ups. Well, technically I already did the push-ups, so that still kind of counts. Jam and Jesse, I'm taking your $10. Meanwhile, Matt Sinister's like, I got that guy to give $10 to GrimmGreen. I'm trying to scroll back here and see. New Wave Dave was one in with the super chat. Matt, the only man to ever successfully powerbomb my cat. Which you know. Like, based on what we know about New Wave Dave's cat, there was no way that was an easy feat. Also, by the way, in the intro, in that 5-minute hold screen, did you see the Matt Sinister powerbomb off the top rope? I was perusing Matt Sinister wrestling footage, trying to find some highlights or just a dope, like, 5-minute segment, and I saw him powerbomb off the top rope. Powerbomb disco guy off the top rope. I was like, nope, that's it. Hashtag powerbomb the world, Matt Sinister. Hashtag powerbomb the world. Frank, yo everyone. Just want to rest in peace, Matt. Absolutely. Rest in peace. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate that. Barbara Burgess, big hugs and loves to you and the Vape fam. Matt said Coldplay sucks, Iron Maiden rules, and vaping encouraged up there. Yes. Love you. Keep on vaping. Absolutely, Barbara. Thank you. 100%. Let's see if there's any more super chats down here. Was that the last one? Oh, and then there was one more one. From my wife, Casey Hearts Cocktails. Cheer up, pussy. Love Sinister. Yeah, that tracks. That sounds about right for what Matt Sinister would say to me right now. So now that we're getting into this vlog a little bit, we're gonna celebrate and kind of cheer each other up. I feel like Matt Sinister would want me to drink a beer right now, so damn it, I'm going to drink a beer right now. All right. Well, we have a special beer saved for tonight. This is a special beer to save for the special Matt Sinister stream. This is Sticky Monkey. This is a beer that Matt Sinister purchased for me. And I've been hanging on to it, and I've just been sitting on it and sitting on it and sitting on it. It's easily one of my favorite beers of all time, probably in like the top 3 favorite beers of all time. Firestone Walkers, Sticky Monkey. This is a 2018. They call it a Central Coast Quad. I think we've done this beer many times on the vlog and in the stream, but this one came from Sinister. This one came from Sinister, and rather than just hang on to it, I'm going to drink it tonight for him. In fact, I'm going to use the Matt Sinister gifted Kiss Army bottle opener to open this beer. Cheers, Matt Sinister. Cheers. We're going to pour this into a Grimm Army style, it's like a pint glass. This is going to pour real dark. You're going to notice a few things. It's going to be murky. It's going to be dark. And there's going to be literally 0 head on top. 0 head on top. Drinking this beer is like drinking just paste. It's like drinking molasses. It's just thick and uncarbonated and dark. It's a little bit high of an ABV beer too. So depending on how tipsy we get, maybe we'll see some real tears later when we get to getting to know GrimmGreen. But having a beer, if anybody has a beer or a delicious beverage next to them, cheers. This is from Matt Sinister. It's just so goddamned good. It's just so goddamned good, you guys. If you never had the chance to check out any Firestone Walker beers, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. This one, the Sticky Monkey, look, it's 11.3% ABV. So it's going to be a little bit alcohol forward. That's kind of what you get first drink down. It's just alcohol in your mouth. But it settles into this like really nice, like stouty beer. It's not really like a real beer. It's their own classification. They call it a Central Coast Quad, so it's kind of Belgian quad-ish. I get very Belgian characteristics from it, but overwhelmingly I get like sweet dates. Like nice sweet dates. That's what I get. That's the predominant flavor that I get from this beer. In fact, holy good Lord. Yeah. It jangles. You're not kidding. It tastes like I'm drinking spent motor oil. It even has the color of like really spent motor oil. Cheers to spent motor oil. It makes me think of a movie that Matt Sinister liked, Over the Top. We would often talk about that guy, and what was that guy in that movie drinking a quart of motor oil? I just thought that was funny. I'm gonna pair this with that Rebel Bogan Plum Job, the plum tobacco. I think this is gonna be a spectacular pairing. Flawless. That is an unbelievable pairing. That's one of the best beer pairings I think I've ever had on this stream. The plum tobacco sets off the sweetness of like those low notes, the dates in this beer. They somehow make each other taste sweeter. How does that even happen? Oh, we'll sing Happy Birthday tonight. We'll definitely sing Happy Birthday tonight. It's Happy Birthday to Zeus tonight as well. It's Happy Birthday to Zeus. Get your birthday requests in. Requests in now before I forget to sing the song. That's incredible. That's unbelievable. I'm just going to say it. Mark the date, dude. This is the best beer pairing I think I've ever had. Plum Job, plum tobacco on top of Firestone Sticky Monkey. That is crazy good. I want to do it again, and you can't stop me, Overdrip. Tasty. Damn hell ass good. Well, that's really good. Okay, well, all right. Well, now that we got some beer sort of coursing through our system, I think I'm going to check back on the super chats because I think I saw some more come in. Okay, real quick. Let's get back over here. Where do we go? Where do we go? That's right. We got Patches, the hooligan. I missed you, Patches. Sorry I haven't been around in a while. My heart broke when I heard. I love you guys. Yo freaking yoy. Hashtag powerbomb the world. My heart broke too, and no worries at all, Patches. Not a worry at all. You are always welcome back at any given moment. Just drop in, say hi. We'd love to have you. Love to see you. We got one, J Money Landshark, because Club Sinister told me to. Yes. Holy crap, yes. I'm going to do that. I'm going to say that every single time I have to do push-ups. I'm going to start doing push-ups again every single time because Club Sinister told me to. Hope you're doing well, J Money. Hope you're doing well. Janine, that's very gracious of you. Rest easy, the double peace sign. Janine, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Dumblit in with the super chat says, hey Nick, I just wanted to pop in and say hi real quick. I'm sorry to hear about Matt Sinister. My thoughts are with all of his friends and family. That means a lot. I very much appreciate that, Dumblit. Hashtag replay crew. Absolutely. And then Mums, in Germany we have good lawyers. If you want me to send one to you, wink your left eye because we surely will win the fight against your hairdresser. Hey, stop that. Come on, my hair looks great. My hair, let's not talk too bad about my hair tonight. Otherwise, I'm just always going to wear a hat for the rest of my life. And I don't want to be hat guy. Sky Cult, that's Zeus's birthday. All right, hang on. I need something to take notes on. I need something to take vlog notes on. Zeus is 3. All right, Zeus. Zeus is 3. Let's get marked down. Get your birthday requests in. Get your birthday song requests in now. Get them in now. And then Ashes, last super chat from Ashes, the Green Witch. Nick, I'm so sorry for this loss. My heart goes out to everyone. Rest easy, Matt, and hope that Wrestling Valhalla is as beautiful as they say. Love and hang in there. I hope you all find peace. Thank you, Ashes. Thank you. That means a lot. Wrestling Valhalla kind of brought me to tears. Kind of brought me to tears because I just went through all these scenarios in my head where, Matt Sinister gets to wrestle Hulk Hogan and gets to wrestle Andre the Giant, gets to wrestle, Owen Hart. That's what I picture happening in wrestling in Valhalla. The main event, the main card, Matt Sinister, Owen Hart, cage match, maybe even a Hell in the Cell, right? I would pay an infinite amount of money to see Matt Sinister wrestle Owen Hart in Wrestling Valhalla in the afterlife in a steel cage. I'm just going to say it. Thank you very much, Ashes. Thank you. Hope you're doing well as well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I don't have any, like I said, tonight, a lot of tonight is just going to be winging it. We're just going to be winging it. Thank you, Lord Nelson. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. As long as you don't look at the top of my head, it's pretty convincing. I call it the Joe Biden. It's a little bit of a Joe Biden kind of thing going on, like definitely balding politician hair. Definitely balding politician hair. What should we even do next? The only fitting thing I can think to do is Matt Sinister's least favorite segment.
F the FDA.
That's right. We're heading straight into some news and advocacy. Okay, so let me tell you, I can't even count in my head how many times people, groups, YouTubers, organizations, vapors themselves have told me over the course of the last 6 to 7 years that vaping's done. Vaping's dead. Vaping's over. Vaping is dead. I'm here to tell you tonight it's definitely not. and it's not going anywhere. So that's kind of where we're at. It's not great. It's not ideal. But it's certainly not over. It's certainly not going anywhere. I think a lot of what people are referring to is there are a lot of lawsuits right now on the against the FDA. Juul, Triton, Grimm, there is a mess of lawsuits right now against the FDA. Vaping in the United States will come down to the courts. Vaping in the United States will come down to litigation. That's kind of how it was kind of always going to go. We know when the deeming regulations came out in 2016, that's like, oh yeah, they're kind of custom tailored to big tobacco, and only billion-dollar companies are going to be able to comply with this. The FDA is going to do everything they can to rid the industry of small-time players like Triton, like Grimm, like Vapetasia. And so Triton got an MDO. They got their PMTA MDO'd, which means you don't get to sell anymore on the U.S. market. And the reasons that FDA gave were reasons that sort of changed after the PMTAs were submitted. So prior to submitting the PMTAs, the FDA said, okay, you guys need this, 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 and these things. For your PMTA, these are what you will need. And then after the PMTAs were submitted, the FDA said, I'm sorry. We should have told you that you needed this and this as well. Sorry, we're denying your PMTA. So Grimm and Juul and Triton and Vapetasia and a lot of these other companies just said, well, you can't do that. You can't change the rules mid-game. We already submitted our PMTA, and then you tell us after we submitted our PMTA that we needed all of this stuff that you should have told us before we submitted our PMTA. We are going to sue you. Unfortunately, the latest news that was handed down is the Fifth Circuit Court rules against Triton. That means they ruled in favor of the FDA 2-1. And their reasoning is essentially, when it comes to the matters of regulation and science, the court basically said, we're going to rely on the expertise of the FDA and assume that they're doing their job correctly rather than the expertise of what I'm assuming they consider to be a tobacco company. Because in the past, tobacco companies haven't been exactly forthright with things like, truth or anything like that. That was the decision of the judges in the Triton case. So Triton lost their initial case against the FDA 2-1. There was one judge in particular that spoke up on behalf of Triton against the FDA, saying the things that Triton are saying are true. FDA did move the goalposts. FDA did do X, Y, and Z without doing X, Y, and Z first. There was one singular judge in favor of Triton and 2 judges against Triton. They're going to appeal this, obviously. So I'm reading now from Vaping 360. Jim McDonald writes that what can Triton do now that the court has ruled in favor of the FDA rather than in favor of Triton? Jim McDonald writes, Triton, also known as Wages and White Lion Investments, LLC, is a Texas-based e-liquid manufacturer that produces products under its own brand names and also for other companies under its contract. Its MDO appeal was considered consolidated with the appeal by Vapetasia, one of its partners that received separate MDOs. Some of the branded products includes Triton's MDOs were Suicide Bunny, Boilermaker, Vape Hooligan, Chewy Clouds, Telios. I have vaped literally all of those liquids. I've had Boilermaker. Yeah, I've had all of those liquids. All of them. Telios had some really good liquids back in the day. Triton and Vapetasia can now request an en-banc. That's really what it's called. En-banc. These are technical terms, of course. Of their petitions, meaning a review of the case by all active judges on the Fifth Circuit. Not just the 3 that they got. This now goes kicked up the ladder to all judges in the Fifth Court. Most circuit court appeals are decided by a 3-judge panel, but in some special circumstances, the majority of the active judges vote to rehear the case en banc or en banc. I'm not really sure how it's pronounced. En banc. That just sounds funnier. In its brief, Triton had asked the court if it ruled against the company to at least enjoin FDA from taking further adverse actions on the petitioner's PMTAs for 18 months to allow petitioners to conduct the necessary studies to prove comparative efficacy. Basically, Triton is saying, don't just rip us off the market, let us be compliant. Triton clearly and Vapetasia and all of these liquid lines are desiring to be compliant. That's why they put in a PMTA. They're basically asking the judges, let us be compliant, even though you admit that the PMTA, that the FDA kind of did this surprise switcheroo on us. Let us be compliant. Give us 18 months to essentially let us be compliant. The court did not do that, and now Triton's future as a legal manufacturer will depend on the full Fifth Circuit granting a review of this particular lawsuit. So one of the big lawsuits against the FDA has failed in the Fifth Court. They're going to move on to the next step. It's going to be heard by a larger court. I can't not see FDA losing on this. There was even some news recently that Robert Califf, I can't find this info. Yeah, Robert Califf, amid controversies, FDA seeks advice on food and tobacco operations. So basically, Robert Califf, what? Oh, the J-Vapes thing. The J-Vapes thing. You can't buy vape stuff on J-Vapes, though. You can't buy vape stuff. I'll remove the link, but I don't think that will affect. I don't think that will affect. Sorry, you're seeing my Discord and text messages. I'm not sure that will affect it, but I'll go remove that link. I'll go remove that link. I'm going to put it in the chat, though, if anybody wants to buy the T-shirt that says cigarettes kill billions or kill millions while government makes millions. Back on track. Robert Califf has basically come to the FDA and decided they may not be doing everything correct and has requested a third party to come in and investigate the FDA, investigate their food supply systems, investigate their tobacco regulatory systems. This kind of stems from the banning of Juul and the baby formula shortage. Like FDA is, there's no other way to say it. FDA is almost 100% responsible for the baby formula shortage. Robert Califf is apparently welcoming this, which is an interesting turn, saying, yes, come investigate the FDA, come investigate our processes, come and investigate our regulatory practices, come investigate our tobacco control, come investigate our food control, come investigate all of these things. So who knows where this can go? Someone on the outside is going to investigate the FDA for how they treated tobacco and how they treated the baby formula shortage. I don't know that anything will come of it, but any scrutiny on the FDA, look, it's okay in my book. It's all good in my book. So obviously in future news and advocacy updates, I'll keep you guys updated on how the FDA investigation is going. There is a replay. We're not going to watch it right now, or maybe we will watch a little bit of it right now. There is a replay on Twitch. I meant to get this out there weeks ago. Pardon me. Sorry. Sorry. Is that all? Okay. I meant to get this out there weeks ago, but this is a live stream from Hall of Vape. And Eventually, we get on stage. That's me and Dimitri and Jeff, Jason, Josh. It's either Josh, Jeff, or Jason. He has some sort of J name. I can't remember everybody's names. We got on stage and we talked about regulations in Germany and worldwide, and it was a pretty good discussion about kind of, like I said, regulations and the such as worldwide. I'll put a link to that in the description and copy this. Whoops. Let's copy this Twitch link. Let's put it right in the boom, right in the chat right there. Let's put it in the chat. So you guys can watch that if you want at your leisure. Like I said, I had a spectacular time. Spectacular time in Germany. Just look at how happy he is with the cactus cooler. How can I drink a cactus cooler for the rest of my life and not think about how happy Matt Sinister is in this picture? How do you can't do it. I wanted to touch on something that's not super nicotine related, but I know a lot of us here partake ourselves in what Frames Janklin. If you're not subscribed to Frames Janklin on YouTube, you should be subscribed to Frames Janklin on YouTube. What Frames Janklin has called shed time. We all know what shed time is now. That's directly from Frames. So for all my shed time people, oh yes, patches, powerbomb the FDA. Me and Matt Sinister went back and forth like at least 1,000 times because we wanted to do a powerbomb cancer t-shirt. I wanted to do like Grimm Army, and then on the back. Oh, okay. That's just the tab playing. That's fine. I was like, where's that music coming from? So we kept going back and forth like powerbomb cancer, powerbomb cigarettes, powerbomb the world, powerbomb everything. Powerbomb the FDA would be sick. Powerbomb the FDA. If someone was a talented enough artist, I would like a picture of like Matt Sinister powerbombing Dr. Robert Califf, like right into the mat. Just right into the mat. So a little bit of shed time news. Cory Booker has introduced Representative Cory Booker. He ran for president, I believe. He has introduced a cannabis bill to the House floor. The Cannabis Administration and Opportunity Act is here. Senate leadership introduces a long-awaited bill to end federal cannabis prohibition. Woo! People are celebrating. Everybody's celebrating. I was celebrating until I realized like what this bill actually says. And let me tell you, let this be a warning to the cannabis industry. You don't want the FDA involved in your industry. This bill gives FDA authority over your products. It gives FDA the
FDA.
It gives the FDA authority over your products. And if they do cannabis dirty like they did vaping dirty, let's see what Guy Bentley had to say. Booker's marijuana bill is out. FDA gets a Center for Cannabis Products and can restrict sale and distribution if determined to be, what are those magic words that vapors love seeing? Appropriate for the protection of public health. I believe that the FDA, if this bill passes, which it's definitely going to pass because literally every cannabis enthusiast is on board and supporting it, be fucking careful. FDA just gutted the entire vape industry and handed it off to like 2 to 3 giant billion-dollar big tobacco companies. So don't think for a second that if the FDA has the ability to pull your products off of the shelves because it's not appropriate for the protection of public health, they'll do to weed what they've done to vaping if this passes. I feel that so strongly in my soul. Other regulations, in addition to the restrictions under paragraph 1 and 2, the Secretary may, by regulation, impose other restrictions on the sale and distribution of cannabis products, including restrictions on the access to, which means they can ban it, and the advertising and promotion of, which means, I don't know if anybody else lives in California, but there's cannabis billboards all over California. That could be pulled down because it doesn't promote public health. If the Secretary determines that such a regulation would be appropriate for the protection of public health. That means that based on this vague idea that the FDA has about the protection of public health, they can restrict cannabis however they want. They would have full authority. Okay. Bubblegum vape pens, no longer. Bubblegum vape pens, not appropriate for the protection of health. Maybe vape pens just in general will be banned as not appropriate for the protection of public health. Maybe the FDA is going to make it so the only way that you can get cannabis is if you jump through X, Y, and Z hoops and you can't pick out your favorite strain. And maybe, what if FDA decides that hybrids, you know what? Hybrid strains are not appropriate for the protection of public health. Just arbitrarily decide we're going to rip these strains off of the market completely. Just be skeptical. Just be skeptical of what this bill should do is just decriminalize it and then period. Just boom. That's it. Just decriminalize it. That's all. Wait, you're going to decriminalize it, but you're going to create a center for cannabis products at FDA, and then we're going to trust FDA to use all of the best science available to determine if all of these weed products we're using are appropriate for the protection of public health? Okay, that sounds like a terrible road we as vapors have already been down, so good luck to the cannabis industry. I would hate to see this bill pass and see everybody celebrate and then 2 years from now realize how horrible the FDA is at regulating things. You know, I'd like them to learn that now. That's why I'm telling you, anybody in the cannabis space, the FDA is terrible at regulating things. Awful. Probably maybe the worst regulatory body in the whole of America, in the whole of the world. And we're going to go, here, just regulate cannabis. You have authority over this now. You can decide what's appropriate for the protection of public health. Real slippery slope there. Real slippery slope. Okay. Vaping's not going anywhere. That's right. This one. Let's read some. This is going to wrap up the news and advocacy. We're already running long. That's fine. We're already running long. It doesn't even matter. So basically, cannabis will be federally legal, but the FDA won't approve cannabis in the name. Essentially, yes. This is how I see this playing out. As soon as this passes and it gives FDA the authority that they're going to have, they have this vague protection of public health standard that can't be defined. It can't be quantified in any way. It's just this vague idea of appropriate for the protection of public health. So yeah, cannabis will be federally legal, but in order to sell in the United States, I'm assuming you're going to have to go through some arduous dog and pony show of like a regulatory PMTA type of system. FDA approved boofs. Just FDA approved dabs. Could you imagine like FDA doing like a big press release and just going, well, the FDA has determined that zombie bubblegum flavored dabs are appropriate for the protection of public health. And like, that's never going to happen. This is never going to happen. The THC restriction. Yeah, exactly. THC restrictions are hard to get. Yes. These restrictions are going to be crazy, and I'm not excited about the future of cannabis in the United States, despite it being federally decriminalized, which will be great. Great. Exactly, Big G. Is cannabis legal? Technically, yes. But is it appropriate for the protecting public health? Is Big G ripping a bong appropriate for the protection of public health? If FDA decides no, then you don't get to rip your bong anymore. Sorry, it's not legal. You just can't, I mean, it's not illegal. You just can't buy it or purchase it anywhere legally. Yes, FDA is completely politically motivated, Ray Bentecourt, and I think it's insane. I saw something recently on Twitter. They were talking about, well, I think the FDA did a really good job of balancing political pressures with regulatory. And Danielle Jones retweeted, and it's like, how about that they shouldn't have to bend to congressional pressures? FDA should get to go, hey, Congress, eat shit. We're gonna regulate this based on the best available science, regardless of your hysterical ramblings. But nope, FDA has to please Congress. They have to please pharma. They have to please this, that, and the other. They have to please big tobacco. They have to please all these people rather than just regulating based on the best science available. It makes me absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Let's wrap up this news and advocacy segment. I can hear Matt Sinister complaining already, but I want to leave you with one thing that we're going to read from YALE. That's right, YALE. And this is something that separates vaping, I believe, from a lot of, how do I say this? Tin-foily hat, crazy, whack job QAnon people. That's how that separates them from us, because we have YALE, okay? YALE pro-vaping, talking about vaping, talking about harm reduction. Tax increases on e-cigs likely to boost cigarette smoking among young adults. This is something we've known since they tried this experiment in San Francisco that, look at that. Prohibiting vaping and prohibiting vape flavors just leads to more youth and young adults smoking cigarettes. Let's see what Yale News has to say. In an attempt to curb the use of increasingly popular electronic nicotine delivery systems such as e-cigarettes, 30 U.S. states and Washington, D.C. have implemented taxes on these products. But a growing body of evidence suggests that, among adults, these taxes can increase cigarette smoking, a habit whose health effects are likely to be more harmful than vaping nicotine, according to the National Academy of Science and Medicine. That's right. It's not just the Royal College of Physicians that says that vaping is less harmful than cigarette smoking. It's our own U.S. National Academy of Science and Medicine also repeat that same harm reduction jargon, for lack of a better term. What's less clear now is how taxes affect the habits of 18 to 25-year-olds, a population often grouped within adults in studies. This group is a particular concern because it's typically during these ages that people transition from experimental nicotine use to daily nicotine use, says Abigail Friedman, an associate professor at the Yale School of Public Health. Abigail Friedman, Kenneth Warner, people that are professors or deans at college, universities, School of Public Health are generally the people that we should be listening to. You're a professor of public health and you're pro-vaping, you're pro-harm reduction. In a new study published on July 19th in the journal Addiction, Friedman and her co-author Michael Pesco of Georgia State University assessed the effects of cigarette and e-cigarette taxes on smoking and vaping nicotine among this age group. Again, 18 to 25. For the study, the authors compared survey data on young adult smoking and vaping across the states that did increase taxes on cigarette and nicotine vaping products versus those that did not. Everybody with me so far? They found that increasing taxes on nicotine vaping products by $1 per milliliter was associated with a 2.5 percentage point decline in this group's rate of daily vaping, but also a 3.7 percentage point increase in the rates of recent smoking. So a $1 tax per milliliter was associated with less vaping, yes, but also 3.7% more cigarette smoking. That's not a public health win. That's not a public health win in any sense of the word. Similarly, a $1 increase in cigarette taxes yielded a 2.5 percentage point decrease in recent smoking and an equivalent increase in daily vaping of nicotine products. Well, holy shit. It's almost as if these are product substitutes for each other. So if someone is a person that smokes cigarettes and then they move to vaping, if you make vaping more expensive, they will substitute that product with the other worse product. And when you product substitutes, it's almost as if they're product substitutes for each other. Friedman says these findings show that tax policies need nuance. Anyone who's going to levy a tax on one tobacco or nicotine product needs to think about the tax rates on all the others. Because if people are substituting between products and you raise the price of one subset is going to switch to the less expensive option, even if they don't like that product as much. There are a few states in the republic, in our great republic, California, Washington, Ohio, New York, New Jersey, Georgia, I think. There are a few states in the republic, Colorado, where smoking cigarettes is less expensive than if you wanted to vape your nicotine, which means it makes more fiscal sense for your wallet to smoke cigarettes because it's cheaper. They made cigarette smoking cheaper than that which will help you quit cigarette smoking. I mean, God damn it, that just seems pretty black and white to me, like real straightforward that they just want us to smoke cigarettes and not bother and not worry about this silly vaping stuff. From a public health perspective, it's important that the less expensive option is also less harmful. Wow, no kidding. Let me read that again. This is from a professor at a University of Public Health saying that from a public health perspective, it is important that the less expensive option is also less harmful. Evidence that cigarettes are more lethal than nicotine vaping products suggests that a tax increased smoking would be worse for public health than one that increases nicotine vaping, say the researchers. The team also found that this younger population was about 3 times more responsive to vapor product taxes than what has been found in previous studies of 18 to 40-year-olds. If you paint this entire 18 to 40 age range with a broad brush, you're going to get very different indications of what the response would be, she said. And it makes sense that 18 to 25-year-olds would be much more responsive. This is the peak age range where people are transitioning from experimentation with tobacco products towards habitual use. We see far more uptake there than among older adults. Friedman says research in this area tends to divide the population between children and adults, but future research should consider these emerging adults, as she refers to them, on their own. One thing that this study makes evident is that the split between children and adults is not clean. Of course not. Has it ever been? Has it ever been clean? Has it, when you were 17 years old and you turned 18 years old, did you just go, burp, 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 oh, I guess I'm an adult now. Better balance my checkbook, pay my taxes, pay the gas bill. I'm just an adult now. Wow, who saw that coming? So quick, just in 1 year, you just become an adult. She said as ages 18 to 25 mark a key transitional period for movement from experimentation with tobacco products to regular use, these are important target ages if you're trying to interrupt initiation of habitual smoking and vaping. This research was supported by an Evidence for Action grant from the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, traditionally anti-vapors, National Institute on Drug Abuse, University of Kentucky, Mike Pesco. None of the funders had a role in this study's design or contact. So there you go. Yale School of Public Health professor Abigail Friedman is saying that if you tax vaping more than smoking, people are just going to smoke cigarettes. It seems so plainly evident, like so completely evident, that I look at this and you go, yeah, of course. Of course that's what's going to happen. What are you, crazy? Of course that's what's going to happen. Yeah, exactly. Jake Scrapwood, I have 3 kids and I'm still not an adult. Same. Here's what I've learned. We're all just grown-up babies. We're all just winging it. We're all just winging it. We are just grown-up babies. Just grown-up babies. I think that's going to do it for the news and advocacy. I think there was one more thing I wanted to share. Oh, that's right. Let's see. Let me make sure I get the...
Meanwhile, in the fucking UK.
That's right. Meanwhile, in the fucking UK, we have this. Public Health Isle of Man. Now, the Isle of Man, I believe, is part of the United Kingdom, is maybe not part of the United Kingdom. The way it works is there's England and then Scotland, and then Ireland's over here. And in the middle bit area, in that oceany middle bit area, there's a little island called the Isle of Man. Vaping. And e-cigarettes are at least 95% less harmful than tobacco. They can be a great aid in becoming smoke-free. Contact Quit4U to find out more about Stop Smoking AIDS and the local support. Let's click it. What does it say? It goes to a terrible government website that why do all government websites look terrible? They just look ridiculous. Talks about smoking. How hard is it? What can be... what's this? Vaping? Vaping and e-cigarettes can be a particularly helpful way to stop smoking tobacco, especially when combined with a specialist face-to-face support, or AKA the vape community. Although experts say they are not entirely risk-free, they are at least 95% less harmful than tobacco. This is on a government website in the Isle of Man. What just like a harm reduction wet dream that would be to see. Could you imagine CDC doing a press release about vaping with this sentence? Vaping and e-cigarettes can be a particularly helpful way to stop smoking tobacco. Could you imagine? We're going to get there. I mean, look, it's going to get there. It's going to be so plainly obvious at a certain point that vaping is exponentially safer than burning and inhaling deadly combustible tobacco cigarettes. It's going to come to a point where even anti-vapers are going to be saying, well, why could you ever think, how did you ever think any otherwise? Like, of course vaping is less harmful than smoking. Of course it is. Drives me nuts. Drives me nuts, anti-vapers. Driving me nuts. So, thank you, Matt Sinister, for this delicious beer. You know what hurts so much about the Matt Sinister thing? We're done with news and advocacy, by the way. That's it. I'm going to put some links down in the description, but don't let anybody tell you that vaping's dead, vaping's over. It's never going to be. It will always work. We will be just fine. I'll be just fine. You guys, I'm assuming, will be just fine. We've got a pretty burgeoning little gray market kind of going on here under the radar. Let's just keep it that way. Let's wait for politicians to finally catch up with science, and then it will be so self-evident. We're going to have American politicians. I do believe this. American politicians will say that vaping is better than smoking. American politicians will be encouraging smokers, people who smoke, to switch to vaping as soon as you possibly can. Vaping will never die. You can't put that cat back in the bag. You just can't. It's out and it's running around for everybody to see. And everywhere that the little vaping cat runs, smoking just drops. Everywhere vaping goes, smoking drops. Undeniably drops. Happy to see you here, Demo Vapes. I miss you, bud. Hope you're doing well. So that's the end of the news and advocacy segment. Let's. I'm going to check in on super chats real quick. Does that sound pretty good? There you go, Rhett. There you go. The only thing that's dead is my trust in the FDA.
F the FDA.
Just F the FDA. That's really all I have to say. I'm going to check in on the super chats real quick, but otherwise, it might be time to, I don't know, something. Let's see what we got going on over here. I just feel so exhausted from the last 2 days. Feeling emotionally drained is not a fun feeling or a good feeling or anything like that. It just sucks. It just sucks. I'm bored of crying and I'm bored of being sad. And then I think about why am I so sad? And it's like, oh yeah, because my friend passed away. So it's okay to be sad. Death is sad. We should be sad. And this is a thing that I've been telling a lot of people recently is just mourn in your own way. Don't let anybody tell you how to mourn. You should be more sad. You should be crying. You should be this. You should be that. You say, I'm mourning in my own way. Let me just mourn in my own way. Scott Runyon, that's very gracious of you. For a powerbomb bounty on Caliph. Hashtag powerbomb the world. Rest in peace. Matt Sinister. Fishy, I appreciate you, bro. My heart is broken as well, Fishy. My heart's broken as well. Hope you're doing well, though. Mallory Gates says, vaping is far from dead. DIYers will help make new flavors. Mine I mixed today in honor of Matt Sinister, named Powerbomb the World. This is my take on his favorite Rocket Blast by Homeboy. Yeah, Matt Sinister's favorite liquid. And I sent Matt Sinister liquid on a dozen different occasions. And I'd send him bottles of liquid. He's like, well, the only one I really liked was the one that tasted the most like Rocket Blast. I'm like, oh, okay. Rocket Blast was his favorite liquid. Mallory Gates got a recipe for it. If you want to share the recipe in the chat, Mallory Gates, you're more than welcome to. Powerbomb the world. Yeah, he vaped gallons of Rocket Blast. And it always put a smile on my face because when we released Rocket Blast, we didn't know what to name it. We had all of these different names. We went back and forth on the recipe 1,000 different times. And I guess it was one of those things where Dwayne and I were like, all right, I guess we're naming this Rocket Blast. And we were both not super stoked on that name. We're like, it's fine. It's a fine name, but it's not, it's like Rocket Blast, a little bit generic, right? And then I talked to Matt Sinister. He's like, dude, Rocket Blast is all I vape. And it's like, whoa, that, I don't know, that hit with me. That made an impact. This product that I wasn't super pumped on, that I thought had a silly name, turns out to be someone's favorite juice. It turns out to be your bud's favorite juice. And fuck, that just makes me happy. Thank you for doing that, Mallory. I would like to try some Powerbomb the World. I would like to try that. Jim Bubba, the FDA is out there. It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. Yeah, the FDA is just awful. Just the worst. Yeah, we need to abolish the FDA, tear it down, build something better, build something new and better than the FDA. They've dropped the ball too many times to even count. Big G Wired. Oh, we're quoting scripture. Quoting some scripture here. Genesis 1:12. I have given you all of the seed-bearing plants on earth to use. Shit. Weed is fucking biblical, bro. Biblical. I love that. You won't. You will not see a lot of people using that line. I think we should use it all the time. Anytime prohibition of cannabis comes up, or Genesis 1:12, bro. Genesis 1:12. Technically, I guess it does say use, although that's been translated, thousands of times throughout history. It could have said consume at one point. I don't know. I didn't translate the Bible. Mums. All good, bro. All good. Sorry for my chat about your hair. Usually it's like that. Nothing disfigures Usually it's like nothing disfigures a handsome man, but in your case, it doesn't work. I don't know why. Wow. Wow, mums. Wow, really? Giving me shit about my haircut. You know, I've been to Germany. I've seen German haircuts. Oh, God, who am I kidding? You guys have great hair. Everybody in Germany has just great hair. Stop making fun of my hair. I'll put a hat on. Tyler C., that's very gracious of you. What candle is burning in the background? I'll tell you. This is my favorite candle in the history of candles, okay? I love the smell of it. I get it from not Trader Joe's. I get it from Target. Can you see this? You see this here? This is soy candle, Coastal Linens. Coastal Linen. My office will perpetually smell like coastal linen. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And it's not, I don't know what it is about that coastal linen that I love so much. Just the flavor of it, I guess, is real good. And it reminds me of a different time. It kind of reminds me when I first was in San Diego, when I first started getting into cannabis, and I would go out on my little patio with my little bong, and I have this little bowl full of weed, and I'd have this little bong, and I'm like, oh, it's so high. I would light the coastal linen candles. We were stocked up on them. So that whole era of my life just smells like coastal linens. It's a very soothing, calming sort of flavor, scent, aroma, I guess, as it were. Coastal Linen, check it out. Your office can smell like my office. Target Coastal Linens. It's amazing. Tribal Buddha with the super chat of the beast. Rest in peace, Matt. Lubriderm Vape It, moisturize your legs. I have your bottle of Lubriderm. It's up here. Hang on. It was... I don't know where I moved it, Tribal Buddha. But I kept your bottle of Lubriderm. I kept your bottle of Lubriderm in my office. I don't know exactly where it ended up. I thought it was right by the Stormtrooper helmet. It could be somewhere else. We'll track it down. And yes, rest in peace, Matt. Yeah, it's funny that you give me the super chat of the beast, because I always tip the number of the beast. On any food delivery order that I've ever got ever in the history of time, no matter how much the price is, I mean, not if it's really expensive, but you order Macca's or you order Taco Bell, tip them 666s constantly. Custom tips, 666. It's the only way to tip. It's the best way to tip. Holden Vapes, I see you, buddy. Very gracious of you. First off, rest in peace, Matt. Second, tag your it, brother. Just wondering if you could shoot me a tracking when possible. I have some suspect neighbors. LMAO, unfortunately. Look, we'll get there, Holden. We'll get there. This will happen, Holden. You got to have faith. You got to have faith. Even maybe you got to have some faitha. Faitha. So keep hope alive, Holden Vapes. Keep hope alive. That sticky monkey, it's good. It's already in me. We're off to the races tonight. We're off to the races. Let's don't know what I just did. I think it was news and advocacy, and I think we just did super chats, which means my watch is telling me to stand up, which means I think we can get into some of this hot mail action. Okay, I made it back in time, but I didn't get a garbage bag. So I'm going to run the news bumper again, and I'm going to try to quickly get a garbage bag and get back in time. Okay, ready? Hang on. I'm going to press it from over here. Oh, wait, hang on. Ready? Go. Oh. Made it. Impressed? Are you impressed? I feel like that little trick deserves a smash on the like button, you guys. If you want to destroy that like button, punch your computer, that would just help me out. Good afternoon. Good evening, Austin Green. Good evening to you. And yeah, so let's just get into this. This was a purchase that I made off of Amazon.com. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of this website, but it's great. Dude, you can go there and they have like literally everything you would ever want to buy, and then you can just buy it and they ship it to your house like the very next day. It's out of control. But this is for a later vape mail. I got a heads up on my vape mail, and I bought a UV flashlight. I think it runs on 18650. I'm not sure. Nope, I need AA batteries. God damn it. I didn't buy any AA batteries. Casey Pickle, if you're watching this stream, my wife, light of my life, will you look for some AA batteries? Do we have any AA batteries in the house? I need thrice of them. I need 3 AA batteries. It's a, UV blacklight flashlight guy. I don't think we have any AA batteries, and that sucks. Well, I'll still get to use it later. Amazon, you guys heard of this? I know, it's weird. Yeah, Jason, yeah, it is a new site, sick boy. It's a new site. I can't believe you guys have never heard of this before. Just go to Amazon, exactly like you spelled it, Amazon, and then just add .com. Dude, anything you want to search for, it's there and you can buy it. Like, you can buy a pool toy, dildos, food, clothes, electronics. Is there?
I have exactly thrice.
Holy shit. Casey Pickle for the win. We have exactly... I like that you said thrice. She comes in and she's like, I have exactly thrice. All right. Well, that means that we have to put exactly thrice batteries into this LED flashlight, into this UV flashlight. I've always wanted one of these. Every time anyone has a UV flashlight, I'm always like, oh, fuck, so cool. I should get one of those. And then I never do. Well, now I have one, baby. Huh? All right. Maybe I did it wrong. Maybe I put all these batteries in wrong. Oh, wait. Yeah, positive, negative, negative. Maybe it goes in this way. Yeah, that feels right. That feels better. You can just tell. Yeah. Okay, I won't shine it directly. UV light. Oh, it's warm. Okay. It's kind of related to that, Barbara. It's kind of related to that. Okay? It's kind of related to that. It's kind of related to that. Another package from YALE. You know, YALE just celebrated their 7-year anniversary. They sent me that award for being a good sharer. You remember that last week? We got that huge YALE award. Well, we got another package from YALE. Because YALE. Ha! Whoa. What is this? It looks like a new... Hang on. Maybe you will get mad at me if I put this on here. I don't know what this is, but it is just simply called the Cali Burn. You see the chat right there? You guys can see yourselves in the reflection of the Cali Burn. You see yourself, Lost World of JJ? You see yourself? Boston Peridot? Peridot? Okay. It's just called the Cali Burn Flicker with Inhaling, which, again, doesn't make a lick of sense. Here, I want to open the rainbow one. I'm going to open this one. Doesn't make a lick of sense, but it looks like a cross between the Caliburn A2. Look at this. It's got this weird little cutout on the bottom that doesn't just stylistically. This one's a gradient, slender mouthpiece. Watch this. Watch this. Caliburn lights up. The logo lights up on the front. Listen, I'm a Caliburn fan. Should we just try this Caliburn like literally right now because I have liquid I want to put in it? That could be a damn thing. I don't know what the resistance is on this coil. Looks like, what do we got here? Looks like 1.2 ohms. It's fine. 1.2 ohms. Let's get the sticker off the bottom. I'm going to put some deep cuts guava. Oh, man. That's it. That's the last of my deep cuts right there. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Water Malone. Let's try out this new Caliburn literally right now. I hope UL doesn't get mad at me. But I can't. It's hard for me to sit on a Caliburn because I love them so much. We're going to go with this. You know what this is? I need to give a shout out to Mike Kurth, Mike K. He sent me a whole mess of 50/50 PGVG 12 milligram Water Malone. It's been my favorite thing inside of a mouth to lung, especially pods. Looks like there's a little bit of bubble dancing involved in this pod fill up. And one thing I noticed is on these pods, it has a very severe minimum line, and the minimum line is like halfway up the pod. Feels like a stiff airflow even outside of the battery. But apparently these have quite a long endurance, you know, according to the old UL airflow chart. Whole mess of endurance. I want to try it. Oh, look at that. I guarantee you the logo is going to light up when you take a drag, right? What are the odds? Guessing? Did you see how cool that looked? Okay. Don't know why you're flashing. Maybe you're dead. I'm going to throw you right on the charger with your USB-C cable literally right now. Tastes nice. Tastes like a Caliburn pod. I'm a sucker for lights. So the lights on that is really doing it. Yeah, I agree with this hard, Retsbeard, hard. This is the guava jelly is one of the greatest liquids in America right now. In America. In America. Matt Henning? Sorry, Matt H. Sewer Rug? I don't know. That's a good point. Let's look at the battery life. 520 milliamp hours there, Lost World of JJ. 520, 2 mil capacity. It's got transparent refillable pod, animated light matrix, the Pro Fox flavor technology, and it's compatible with the A2 and the A2S. So it's compatible with the A2s, so that's good to know. A little 500 mAh banger. I really just want to vape this. The Caliburn logo, like, I can't explain to you how cool this looks when it lights up. I wish I could show it to you. You can't. It's kind of hidden, and then it lights up. You see that? Nope. Okay. Useless. This is futile. Damn, that's just damn delightful. That's just damn hell ass delightful. All right, here we go. Sewer rug. Is there anything in here I need to be aware of? Ow, except stabbing my hand. That was almost too close. Did you see me almost stab my hand? Dang. I almost got the webbing of my thumb. Sewer rug, you're one of the good ones, man. Hella rad words for you inside. Do I read this whole thing right now? Yes, I do. GrimmGreen. First of all, Matt, you have some pretty good handwriting. It's not terrible. Yo-yoy and salutations. Inside this package, you will find 2 jars of sewer jelly and a new pint glass from a local restaurant. What? I visited when Joe Mikado Joe, yo-yoy cool kid, came through town. I'm bleeding. You see this? See blood? Will it focus? Look at that. I stabbed myself. Cut towards your buddy, not towards your body. That's why. I cut the webbing of my thumb. Fuck, that sucks. Fuck, that sucks. Joe came through town. That's right. They hang out. He felt like you would appreciate the glass. So enjoy. I want to thank you for the inspiration to continue the journey of vaping and advocating, and for the opportunity to be part of this hella rad Grimm Army Cool Kids crew. Well, that Sewer Rug's famous last words. No time to waste like today. So I better get to it. Hey, Grimm, love you. Hey, Sewer Rug, hey, love you. Yo-yoy, hashtag yo-yoy tendencies, hashtag cool kids rule the world, hashtag vaping saved my life. Please see, my handwriting is still bad. It's better than mine. Sewer Rug, your handwriting, not terrible, not bad. It's not terrible really in any capacity. Good. Love that. What's he? Just some innocent children looking down their diapers. All right, here we go. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, I got the bubble wrap. Excellent. Thank you for that. Thank you. I love getting that. That's my fave. Oh, we got some more. Oh, Booshberry. Oh my God, give me Booshberry. Matt, we were hurting for some sewer jelly. Give me some Booshberry in my face. Is that an air hole at the bottom, or is that the shape of the glass? That's interesting. I feel like that's an air hole at the bottom. That is definitely an air hole. This jelly is floating. Can you see this? Do you see it floating on like a little cushion of air? There's air at the bottom. That's incredible. Is that because it came from Alaska? No, that's Rhett's beard. Sorry. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. I'm a cherry bomb. This is legitimately amazing jelly. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. And holy shit, a pint glass. I love it. The Bull and Bush Brewery. The Bull and Bush 71 Brewery. Is this from Colorado? Is this a Coloradian experience? Radical. Well, look, I got a glass for next week. Not tonight. I mean, you want me to pour this in here? No, I'm not going to do that. There could be all sorts of... if it was like socially acceptable, I would open this jar of cherry bomb and just eat it. Just grab a spoon. Maybe don't even need a spoon. Just Pooh Bear that shit. Just fingers in, eat it. Fingers, eat it. Fingers, eat it. Smeared on your face, eat it. It's so good. Matt, seriously, Sewer Rug, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that is the Colorado flag, isn't it? Is that the Colorado flag? Jake Scrapwood calling me out. Oh, that's the Colorado flag, buddy. All right. I didn't know. I've only been to Colorado twice. Got the kids on there, though, so that's good. If you look at it real quick, it looks like bullshit, but I know it's Bull and Bush, and that's even funnier to me. That's even funnier to me. Oh, you're going to make me eat it with a spoon? You want some?
I would also like a bite. I brought 2.
Do you want cherry bomb?
Yes, I do.
Okay, hang on. This is Booshberry. Hello, Daddy. How mom?
Satisfying.
Oh, just smell it. Just have some. It's a big spoonful.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
You don't need anything. You don't need bread. You don't need peanut butter. You don't need a vessel. The spoon is the vessel.
The spoon is the vessel.
The spoon is the vessel.
Mm-hmm. I'll be taking those jars on the
Yeah, I figured. The spoon is the vessel.
I'll take the Booshberry too.
Yep. Here, have this spoon back too. I may not need it for the rest of the vlog.
I mean, you don't know what's in that box.
I don't know if Jake Scrapwood sent me anything I can eat with a spoon.
Just love.
Holy crap, that's so good. Hello, Daddy. Yeah, there was a cherry one before. Wasn't there a cherry one before? Wasn't that a cherry one before? I don't know where this came from. This just says shipping department. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on here? What's going on here? Hang on. What's this? What are you? You can see what that says. Cyclone mods. Cyclone mods? Oh, look at you. You are a little Boro bridge. Yeah. It's a square little Boro bridge, obviously single coil. There is a cap. It's a little, you know, look at that. Oh, I guess, it goes like that. It's a little Kirchy. Like, it looks a little Kirchy, dude. And I'm not trying to rag on you, Cyclone mods. I mean, look. You got a swirly cap here. You're not going to be able to see this. Will it focus? Will it focus? Will you focus on this bridge? For the love of Ben Shapiro, focus on this bridge. You see that twisty cap? That twisty chimney? That's cool, man. It's cool. Here, let's zoom in. Let's get here. Let's say hi to my face. Yes. Yes. Very dignified. Yes. There's your deck. Big airflow in the middle. It's got to be, what, 3.5, 4 millimeter airflow there right in the middle. It has another separate, has a different chimney as well. This one looks to be substantially more MTL chimney. I don't know why. Looks narrower through the middle to me. Chimney swirl. If I could get that O-ring in there. Maybe not. Maybe I'll never get that O-ring in there. Chimney swirl. All right, Cyclone mods and your Boro bridge. I don't even know what this is called. What does it say on the side? Psycho? Cyclone mods Boro bridge. All right. Cyclone mods. I don't even know what this thing is called. Is this one of those things like I have to follow them on Instagram to know what the name of this is? It could just be the Psycho. I'm not sure. It's Cyclone mods. And it could very well be called the Psycho Boro Bridge. It does come with... Should we build this tonight? We should build this. It comes with other airflow pins. There's definitely an MTL in there. I'm assuming it's like 3 millimeters, 2.5 to 1.5 MTL restricted lung. Maybe we should try to build this tonight. If we have time. Let's maybe try to build this Cyclone. Oh, we got some time, right? Nope, we don't. We don't have that much time. Jennifer, This is from Jennifer in Texas. Jennifer in Texas. See, if I use my left hand, I'm going to cut my webbing again. Okay. Okay. Hello, Daddy. Hello, Mom. Hey, Nick. Hope you're doing well. I've been keeping up with your videos. Greatly appreciate all the info from news and advocacy to reviews. It really helps us to keep us in the loop with everything going on. Keep on rocking. Your pals, Timmy. Oh, Twisted Timmy. It's Timmy and Jen. It's Twisted Timmy's Coils. Twisted effing Timmy's. Okay. Here's what I'm going to ask. Here's what I'm going to ask Twisted Timmy is, thank you for the coils. I can't possibly use all these coils, but I mean, I'm going to attempt to. We got some aliens. We got some quad core aliens. Series fused, micro framed staple, micro fused, mech boro aliens. Okay, wait, holy shit. That's like almost too perfect because we just got a new boro. I want to put it in the snowcap mech, and now I suddenly get coils that are more boro mech aliens. Like, hi, that works out perfect. I'm actually going to even set these aside. Thank you, Twisted Timmy. Let's see, he sent along some wick. Native wicks. It's been a hot minute since I've used native wicks. Is anybody in the chat, show of hands if you use native wicks? I've been a purely cotton bacon person for the last few years. I've ventured off into BP mods, cotton that I really, really like, some Cloud9 cotton, some KGB cotton. I haven't used native wicks in a really long time. I have not used native wicks in a really long time. And then we got some more coils, very nicely packaged. I love this packaging. Top flights. Yep, some micro aliens. Some more micro aliens. Damn, Twisted Timmy, you're too nice. You're too gracious. You got some Deshi, some Boro bags. Look, aliens have landed. Focus. Aliens have landed. Twisted Timmy's coils. You got the space aliens invading what looks like Colorado, I believe, right there. For billet boxes, radical, and I'm assuming it's the same thing on a vape mat. This marks 2 Twisted Timmy's vape mats that I have. 2 Twisted Timmy's vape mats. And a new pair of vape shears now called Razor's Edge. Give them to me. Sick. These scissors, I don't know if you guys have ever tried these scissors. Well, maybe I won't show that side. I think that had a web address on it. These are hand-tuned scissors. So he buys scissors and then retunes them and resharpens them into these beautiful, what used to be called vape shears. They're the best tool for cutting cotton, for like poking and wicking. Like, there's nothing else I want to use other than these shears. Now they're called Razor's Edge. So I'm going to leave those out. We'll put the baby sticker in with Twisted Timmy. Just confuse everybody. Fucking A, Twisted Timmy, thank you. Wait, hang out. There's more. What did you send? What did you send? What is this? What do you got here? A drip tip? A drip tip? A punk as fuck pink drip tip. Okay. Sick. And it's tall, which I like. And there's a Susco Kirsch. Timmy, why are you sending me a Kirsch? Like, look, don't think I don't appreciate it, but holy shit. That's a lot. Oh, it's a Twisted Timmy's. You're never going to be able to see that. It's a Twisted Timmy's. It's engraved on there. Let's see if we can do the old zoom trick. Can you see that? Yeah, Twisted Timmy's. Kirch. Kirch on the other side. Look at that. Look at that hot Kirch action. Hey, thank you, Twisted Timmy's Kirch. See this? I have to actually use this. I never used the Kirch that I got. I got it, and it just kept shorting out. So I eventually got it working, and then I felt bad for my bad review of it, and so I, when I made amends with Dylan, and we actually became like friends. Like I consider Dylan my friend now, and I bought a gold Kirch from him, and it's just sitting. In a shelf down here. Haven't even used it. Haven't even busted it open yet. Too much vape stuff, too little time. All right, it's going to be time to break this out in a second because I got a package. Jake Scrapwood, I see you there. Is it a Kirch Plus? Is it a Kirch Plus? Is there a Kirch Plus? Is the Kirch Plus a thing? Like an actual thing? I'm out of the loop apparently with Susco. I didn't know there was a Kirch Plus. Check out Cotton, Big G. Cotton, you say. Well, the last package in the Vape Mail tonight is from our very own Jake Scrapwood. Jake F'N Scrapwood. I know I've committed it to a core memory. I assure you. That he said there's something in here I'm going to miss. He's like, there's something small in there you're going to miss. So we're going to meticulously go through this package. All right. First things first. This looks spectacular. I'm all about it. Oh, you even got it in decaf, bro. What? Bones Coffee Highland Grog in decaf because I drink decaf coffee. Bones Coffee Company. I love this. I used to be such a coffee nerd, like crazy level of coffee nerds. Crazy. And then I didn't work for Starbucks anymore. And then I just didn't drink coffee anymore. I started drinking decaf coffee and not having caffeine, but we even got some more. What is this? Holy crap, that looks delicious. Bones Coffee Strawberry Cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake? That sounds delicious, Jake Scrapwood. You know me pretty well. Strawberry cheesecake decaf coffee. I wish I could smell it through the... Where's the valve? Oh, can you guys smell that? No? It smells like strawberry cheesecake. Watch out, Breeze Tones. We got some strawberry cheesecake flavored coffee here. What is this one? Highland Grog. I just want to smell it. I just like coffee. I just like the smell of coffee. I like the romance of coffee. Now this, what? Okay, so that's what's on the bag. That's what's on the box. No big deal. Guar, just my favorite band of all time. It's no big deal. Jake, Scrapwood Original on the back. Okay. This is a prototype Jake Scrapwood Boro. Oh my God, Jake, how did you even attempt that? How did you even attempt that nonsense? So, this is a prototype, right? Jake Scrapwood. He's been a mod maker for a while now. He's given. I've had some bangers from Jake Scrapwood. Bangers. Here's your door. Here's your door. Oh, Boro goes inside. If it'll focus, I don't know why it won't focus. Boro goes inside, and I don't know how you did these logos. Like, Guar has a lot of logos, and this logo is a difficult, like, it is a complicated logo. Hang on, I'm going to try to do the old zoomy trick here if it'll focus. Jake Scrapwood. It says Guar. You can't see it so much there. This one. It says Guar on the bottom, and then there's a skull wearing an eye patch above it, and then a winged sort of creature with an eyeball, a winged eyeball on top of it. And that is tiny. That's like my fingernail sized GWAR logo cut out of there. I feel Jake, did you just see the hardest GWAR logo you could find and be like, I'll do that one. I'll do the most impossible difficult GWAR logo you can find. But it appears to be a 21700 fully regulated. Is this a DNA in here? Is this a DNA GWAR Boro? Oh, and it even has your logo, Jake Scrapwood Originals across the bottom. Dude, this turned out rad. And it's subtle. I'm not sure if you can see it right there, but it does say GWAR. Do you see it says GWAR across the side there? This is, what did he say? Huge Boromod. It's not gigantic. Here, let me throw a battery in here just because I want to know what it runs on. Is it a DNA, Jake Scrapwood? Yeah, it's a 21700 DNA 75C. That's amazing. Oh my God. And the screen is all themed out for GWAR. I love it. That's the, you know what album cover that is, Jake Scrapwood? That's the Bloody Pit of Horror album cover. I don't know if you're going to be able to see. They're definitely not. Do I have to do the zoomy in trick again? Let's do the zoomy in trick again. Look at this GWAR screen. That's Balzac, the Jaws of Death right there. That's cool. That's just cool. Hit it with the UV. You telling me I need to hit this with the UV? Oh, shut up. Okay, let's turn off all the lights. Hang on. We're going to make the office dark. Ready? Office lights off. Oh, feels like the Halloween stream. Okay, hang on. 1, 2. Look at this. This is new. Let's see what this UV. Oh, what? That's fucking amazing. Do you see this? How it's glowing different color. Look at that GWAR. Oh, you can see it so much better now. It looks like it's breaking through. Let's glow this bastard up. I love that. Holy crap, Jake. That's rad as hell. That is rad as hell. I'm turning the brightness down on my monitor so we can get a full... Can't see shit right now. Look at that. That's so cool, Jake. Damn it, Jake. That's awesome. Fuck, that's cool. Damn, that's cool. Let's get my lights back on. Okay. Ugh. Shit. Huh. All right. Cool, Jake. That's cool as fuck. Wait, look at the top. Oh, it says, how did you do that? Okay, maybe I'll have to turn the lights off again. It says Scumdog across the top. It says Scumdog. Can you see this? Nope. It says Scumdog across the top, and it's just like a blood spattery with green and red and so badass. Scumdog. I am a scumdog of the universe. Jake, fucking thank you. I love this. I'm so glad you told me to buy a UV light because this is my new hobby. I just sit here with a UV light and look at my GWAR mod. Scumdog. That's the coolest part, Jake. That's the coolest part. Like a lump of solidifying magma Spot on, Mick. Spot on. Spot on, Mr. Blizzard. Jake, thank you. Like, bro, you've always been so kind and so gracious to me. I've got to try so many Jake Scrapwood. Oh, good. My mouse connection just left. Oh, come on, computer. Why are you doing this to me? Son of a bitch. I got to try to plug my mouse in again. So my computer was giving me this issue where my mouse connection would just disappear. I can't do literally anything right now. I don't have a trackpad. I don't have a mouse. Great. This is great. This is great. I'm glad this happened. I'm glad my mouse. And so it would happen. It started happening so frequently. And I reached out to Apple and they're like, oh, buy a new mouse. And so I was like, okay, I'll just buy a new mouse, I guess. Bought a new mouse. Didn't help. Did not help in any capacity. All right, that's fine. We'll just freestyle it. Let's keep going. Jake, again, amazing. So cool. So cool. So cool. Okay, here we go. We keep going. I don't want to miss anything. I definitely don't want to miss anything. Can't even read the chat because the chat is stuck because I need to move it with my mouse. And I can't. I'm not going to be able to end the vlog. I'm actually not going to be able to end the vlog. This is just going to be the world's longest vlog. Great. That's great. Shit. This is seriously like I can't end the vlog if I don't have a mouse or a trackpad ready to go. Connected. Oh. Oh. Ah. Oh. Trackpad for the win. Fuck you, brand new mouse. Piece of shit. Oh. Okay, so there's two really great things. Can I hit this with the, does that do anything? Oh, no, okay, it's just white. That's fine. You're not going to be able to appreciate this. You're just not, unless, here, hang on. Can I do this so we can see it better? Oh. 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 Why don't you just get the ones that plug in, GrimmGreen? Why don't you just do that? I don't want to. I like batteries. You see this right here? This is Odorous Urungus, the lead singer of Gwar. He's holding the Cuttlefish of Cthulhu. The first thing I saw though was his thick behind and his balls just hanging real low there. Super low balls. Odorous. All right. Great. He had a sword. It looks like he had a sword at one point, and it looks like he had shoulder spikes at one point as well that don't exist anymore. But this Odorous's visage, his head as an Addy stand, this is amazing. Like, this is worth the price of admission. Can I hit this with the thing? Huh? Does it glow? No? Okay. I got to try everything. I got to try. The sword, bro. Oh, that's okay, Jake. That's fine. Don't even trip, bro. It's cool as hell. I love the super blood red, crystally looking odorous head. The classic Gwar logo, 510 connection. It's cool. That's just cool, Jake. That's just badass. You know, I'm a huge Gwar fan, tremendous Gwar fan. If it's not readily evident that I am a Gwar fan. That's okay. Here's the thing. These are going to go places. I'm going to put little Odorous up here next to the Stormtrooper. In fact, I'm going to put big Odorous up here too. I want to see this regularly. I'm going to put it over here. It's going to be off camera, but it just means that I can see it more regularly. Just means I can see it. So dope, Jake. Yeah, here's the thing. Here's his sword. Here's his sword. It's okay. We'll put his sword next to him. That's an excessively big sword, too. Like, for such a small little character. For a little tiny character, it's a huge sword. It's a gigantic sword. Gigantic sword. All right. But wait, there's more. But wait. There's more. Natural 9. Is this a card game? What? Oh, this is a mech mod. I was so confused right there, Jake Scrapwood. What mech mod is this? The Natural 9 mech? The Natural 9. Standard functions Natural 9 mech. This is a 22 millimeter. This is a real old school mech. It's got the double spinny silver plated contacts on the bottom, which was like just one of the worst mech designs ever. Just one of the worst. Super conductive though. 22 millimeters. What do I have that's 22 millimeters I could even put on this? The Natural 9. Sick, Jake. Sick. We should do this for a... Oh, it's got kind of a locking ring. Not really, though. The Natural 9 mech. This is from 2014. This is a matching set from 2014. Here's the thing. In 2014, oh yeah, and we got a brass, or a copper rather, replacement tube, and it comes with an RDA. The Natural 9 RDA. Oh, what's that? Top airflow? Top down airflow? For people that don't enjoy flavor. Try this airflow. It's terrible. I want to look at this deck real quick, Jake. I like that it comes with a matchy-matchy RDA. What? Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what I was expecting. It's a 3-post, definitely made for round wire. If this was released in 2014, that predates any sort of Fuse Clapton. Any Fuse Clapton or Alien or anything like that. Completely predates that. So this has to be specifically for round wire. It has a 2-chamber, closes off the chimney. Oh, I see. So the air goes down from the top, down the side of this little chamber into the airflow. In fact, I don't know why I turned this off. We can just do this. 3-post deck, clearly for round wire. Then this goes on and sort of directs the airflow at your coils, I guess. And then this goes on over the top, makes a nice seamless little banger there. Your airflow comes down in at your coils. Here's the mech. Boosh. The Natural 9. The Natural 9. All right, well, listen, here's the thing. We have a retro vape for next week now. We're going to do this next week in the retro vape. Thank you, Jake. I never got to try this. In fact, dude, I guess in 2014, yeah, I was using RDAs. I guess in 2014, I was using mechs and RDAs. Standard functions Natural 9. Was this your personal deal? Was this yours, Jake? Did you use it? Thank you. Okay. Did I get everything? Did you get any? Did I get everything, Jake? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything, but I think I got everything in there. I think I got everything in there. I think I got it. Did you guys see this? Did you see how it glows? Look at this. Just glow it up real boom. Just glows red. No big deal. And I can't even explain to you, like, it looks so much cooler IRL than it does on video. Like, the video in no way does this justice. That is just cool. There's no way around it. I'm going to have to, I'm going to have to use, every time I use this, Jake, I'm going to have to walk around with my LED UV light so I can vape it. People are like, what are you vaping? I'm like, oh, look, look, check it out. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Thank you, Jake Scrapwood. You're one in a million, man. You're one in a million. The Guar Boro. Jake, I knew you were working on something cool. Didn't know it was going to be that cool. Because that's cool. Steve. No. Worst idea of all time. Worst idea of all time. Now I just want to see what else in my office glows. Obviously, everything that's like light white color is going to glow. My Post-its glow like crazy. It's cool. Night of Living Dead glows are there. Millennium Falcon glows. All right, it's cool. It's cool. I like lights and things that glow. So we're running a little bit long. So I would still like to do the retro vape I had planned, and I still would also like to do a very random liquid tasting. You think we have time for all that stuff? Here's what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to leave you with some hot 7th floor tango action, and I have to go. I just have to go bio break real quick. So I'll kill my mind. Here's the thing. Is everybody going to be really upset if I don't do let's do the retro vaping. Let's just do it. We got 3 more segments to do. Okay? We got 3 more. We're going to retro vape. We're going to do a very random liquid tasting, and we have to do getting to know GrimmGreen. We just have to. Cicero, start over? All right. I don't really necessarily want to go back to the very beginning of this particular vlog. Just kind of don't want to. So here's what we're going to do. Let me check in on the super chats. We may not have enough time to retro vape tonight. We honestly might not have enough time to retro vape. Let's see. Hold in vape. Okay. Okay. We're all caught up on super chats. Okay. Perfection. All caught up on super chats. So that means, is it time to retro vape? Do I even have the retro vaping bumper ready to go? Yes, I do. I like that the time limit for the vlog is just 3 hours now. Like last week, I couldn't believe that we vaped that long, or that that we like streamed that long. It was way over 3 hours last week. Still here, Janine, still here. We got some stuff going on, you know. I have to retro vape. So this retro vape, I believe, came via Josh Buck. I want to give proper credit where credit is due. Josh Buck. Now, the retro vape that I have tonight is going to be going on the Hannah. This is a super, super old school device. It's a DNA 20 or DNA 40, I believe. The old DNA 40 Hannah mods, internal lipo. They're just aluminum boxes with little BB style buttons on them. I never had one of these, and I finally got one of these as a gift for retro vaping. So literally every old thing that will function on this, I'm going to put it on this. And what we have tonight, and this might not even vape. But this comes from, let's see, I'm going to cover up the web address. Huh? How retro does that look? Casey Pickle will recognize that in a heartbeat. Avid Vapor. Avid Vapor? What? What could this possibly be? What did Avid Vapor sell? I'm so confused. About this. Oh, this is his original invoice. Okay. Yeah, dang, crazy. Okay. This, my friends. Well, let's get up here to some hot up close action. Let me get my lights going here. This just looks like a little atomizer, right? This looks like every tiny little atomizer that we all used to vape, or maybe not all of us, bunches of us. If you were around in like 2009, 2010, 2011, or 2012, chances are you vaped an atomizer that looked very similar to this. That's all it is it's just a Chinese atomizer. You can't see down in there, but if there's just a little coil with some silica wick in there. But these were the HH357 atomizers. These were the original dripping atomizers. But once upon a time, before any rebuildable atomizer, before anything, rebuildable, we were all vaping atomizers that looked like this. And then Cisco at Avid Vapor and his employee, whose name I can't remember, his name might have been Hannah. They started buying these atomizers, ripping them apart, putting new nichrome wires in there, new wicks in there, and then sort of selling them as like an upgraded atomizer. So you could buy like a 5-pack of these atomizers for like $10, but each individual HH357 was about $20 to $25 just for one singular atomizer. And it was designed for dripping. Like dripping, how do I explain dripping before dripping was dripping? Once upon a time, we had atomizers like this, and you would plug a cartridge on top, and that cartridge would have some like polyfill in it, and you would douse your polyfill with liquid. You'd turn it upside down and stick the cartridge onto the atomizer, and then the liquid from your cartridge would transfer via fancy wicking materials, stainless steel bridge and some silica wick to your coil, and then you could vape it. It was mouth to lung. Mouth to lung. Well, we're going to try this out again. And I don't think I have a drip tip. That would fit in here. Would something like this fit in here? No. I mean, kind of, but it's still even a little bit too big. This is where 510 drip tips existed. This is why there's a difference between a 510 and an 810 drip tip, because once upon a time, all we had was 510. This is 510 sized. Boop, look at that dorky drip tip on there. I'm going to go with that. I could definitely put an Oleg in here. I mean, that would be sick. Oh, maybe an Oleg's not exactly going to fit very well. trying to find like an old drip tip, like the oldest drip tip I have. I have some old drip tips. Well, we're just gonna go with the. I think this is the Grimm kit drip tip right there. I think we're gonna throw that on there. And you would buy these, and you could customize the resistance of them. You know, back in the day, you know, everything came from China at like 3 ohms, like 3.5 ohms, 3 ohms, high resistances, high resistances. But these were the first atomizers you could get that were like lower than that. It was like, oh, 1.5 ohms, even 1 ohm, you know? Even 1 ohm. Oh, no, I didn't sing Happy Birthday yet, Sky Colt. I apologize. Haven't sang Happy Birthday yet. I'm going to put some guava in this. We're going to put some Deep Cuts guava jelly in it. Despite this being the very little bit last of it, I still want to vape it in an HH357 atomizer. So I'm going to check the resistance real quick. 2 ohms. 2 ohms. This atomizer is 2 ohms. They used to come like saturated with VG for traveling. So I'm literally going to put 1, 2, 3. 3 drips in here. 3 drips. Oh, it's already firing like crazy. Like crazy. Let's try it. Let's try it out. HH357 atomizer. This is the old school of the oldest school that you could possibly vape. I can't think of something more old school than an HH357 atomizer. Like maybe if I had a like a cartomizer or like a really old like Joytech 510 atomizer that predates even this. I don't think I have one. This atomizer requires something like the Hannah that has, you know, let me try to show you with no lights on, has those 510 marks like cut into it for airflow. It has to have that because the airflow for these atomizers is essentially in the threading. In the threading. Yeah, mostly PG liquids back in the day, Bob. Mostly. Like until e-Liquid Planet released their own VG-based USA liquids, we didn't have it. All we had was PG, like crazy, like 100% PG liquids. So, yeah, obviously 40 watts is going to be way too high for this. 2 ohms. Think about that for a second, you guys. 2 ohms. When was the last time you built or vaped anything that was 1 ohm? Nothing. Even coil heads nowadays, it's like 0.3, 0.6 maybe sometimes. I think I'm going to turn this down to around 11 watts. Yep, I can hear it crackling even at 11 watts. 2 ohms, 11 watts, the legendary HH357 atomizer. Let's try it. That's pretty damn delightful. Look, the flavor leaves a little bit to be desired. But it crackled to life exactly like an old HH used to. And then just like that, in one toot, the flavor's back. These HH357s were like notorious for having really good flavor. It's like, oh, you want the best flavor? You need an HH357. I can't believe how well this is vaping right now. And this is how I used to vape all day long, nonstop. Some sort of device. Chances are it was the screwdriver with the little 18350 on the inside. a Joytech 510 or an HH357 atomizer, dripping a few drops at a time, and just vaping mouth to lung. In fact, this could, let's try 11.5 watts. Watch out. Watch out. It's comical to me to go back to like my old videos. Like, go watch an old like 2011, 2012 video, and I talk about like, oh, 1.5 ohms. That is really low resistance. You should be careful with a 1.5 ohm atomizer because that is, you guys, seriously, really low, like really low resistance. Just be careful, you know, it's pretty low resistance. And then it was like over the course of the next 2 years, it's like, what are you vaping? Oh, just a hard short. Yeah. It's a .000. That's it. It's just a 20 gauge one wrap. That's what I vape. I'm getting that. I'm getting a good throat hit. I'm getting good crackle. The thing about these HH357s, and I guess this was all these old type of atomizers, is they always slurped. Your first drag, let me put some more juice in here. Your first drag was always a slurp drag. Listen, can you hear this? You hear that slurp? Every initial first toot after you drip was just a slurp toot, and you kind of just got used to it. I just kind of like was like, okay, well, if I'm going to vape, the first toot's just going to be slurpy. That's fine. I can deal with that. The flavor on this is good. Yeah, the Vivi Nova was terrible, though. The Vivi Nova was terrible. In fact, my one remaining strike that gets taken off at the end of this month was the Vivi Nova. It was the Vivi Nova story when I hard shorted my Vivi Nova. Yeah, much better flavor than the Vivi Nova. Much better. I cannot believe how well this is vaping. It feels like I'm in a time machine. I feel like I'm at Vape Bash 1 in Chicago in 2011. That's how I feel right now, except I couldn't afford a Hanamod back then. And even if you could afford a Hanamod back then, it was, you couldn't get one. You couldn't get one. Sold out constantly. It's like everything's always on pre-order. Slurp. Slurp through the first toot. And then after that, it's, oh, nice and smooth, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. The slurp jangles, I'd argue with you if I could, but yes, the first toot slurp. Fucking toot slurp. The first toot slurp is always going to be better than a cigarette. 1,000 times better than a cigarette. My only regret right now is that I don't have a retro drip tip. That's my regret. Oh, found, this one's old. This might even be, this is a Delrin Inhaler drip tip from back in the day. Drew Inhaler. It fits, see how much better that fits in there? No overhang. Nice slender drip tip for your mouth. That is a true retro drip tip. This might be an original Inhaler Drew drip tip. That now it is fully retro. All of this is from like pre-2012. Hanamods were hemo as fuck. Yes. And they were hard to get and they were expensive. And Hanamods was the only company I've ever seen go after China. I've never seen a company do that before, but Hanamods just went after cloners in China and, like filed lawsuits and like tried to get them to stop making cloned Hanamods. They didn't succeed. Hanamods were just cranked out by the thousands and clones, and everyone ended up with a clone Hana. But for a while, they really tried to go after China. Back in the day when Raven Vapes was here, back before I moved up to the valley, when I was living in Hollywood, my old running buddy Raven Vapes came over for a vlog, and we vaped some cartomizers on Joytech Ego batteries, and he reminded me of the idea of the stack dragon. How back in the day, if you wanted to exhale any like significant amount of vapor, you had to stack your drags. So you'd take like 2 drags at a time. You hold the first one in, take your second drag, pull the second one in, and then exhale both together. We called that the stack dragon. Just whatever. Just doing some stack dragon. That's fine. I can't believe how instantly like nostalgic I feel. Instantly nostalgic. And that was the great thing about these atomizers is you could put a liquid in it, you know, and as long as the liquid wasn't too like pungent, like a big menthol or something like that, you could vape a few drips of deep cuts. You know, you could have a little session with deep cuts. You can see it leaking out the bottom. You could have a little session with deep cuts, and then you could just rinse this out under the hot water, dry fire it a few times, and then put a brand new liquid in. It was really good for tasting liquids. Drip shields, yeah. Someday, like, I'm going to track down some DSE 901 atomizers, and we'll bust out the drip shields again. Yep, Steve-O, 100%. Old reviews. I'm there right now. 11 watts. Look at all this vapor. Check it out, bro. Cloud chasing. That's one of the reasons I went to Walmart. Back in the day on ECF, there was a thread about how to get more vapor from your 901 or 801 atomizers. And someone, I think it was Walrus, mentioned vegetable glycerin. He's like, oh, go to Walmart, buy some VG, drip your liquid, and then drip like 1 or 2 drops of pure VG on top. And you'll get tons more vapor. And so I was doing that for a while. I was carrying around a little 10 ml bottle of e-liquid for dripping and a little 10 ml bottle of VG so that I could drip 3 drops of e-liquid and then drip 2 drops of VG and get more vapor that way. I didn't put it together like 2 and 2 in my head like, hey, maybe just mix some VG with your liquid. And then you can get more vapor all the time. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together in my head. I dripped VG on top of e-liquid for longer than I would care to announce, longer than I care to admit. I kind of can't believe how well this is vaping right now. Mouth to lung. I mean, pre-K-Fun, the HH357 was like, well, this is all I'll ever need to vape. This is the perfect atomizer. They lasted forever. They lasted for months. A normal 510 Joytech atomizer, you were lucky to get a few weeks out of it. You know, it was essentially like a coil head. It's like if you could get 3-4 weeks out of a coil head, I mean, that's a win. It was the same with the old atomizers, and these lasted for what seemed like months. If I had a gooseneck, we'd be vaping a gooseneck right now, but I don't think I have a gooseneck in my desk. I got chuff caps. I got chuff caps like crazy. I don't think I have a gooseneck. Let me keep looking. I used to have a gooseneck. This desk drawer would just give people a panic attack, I think. It kind of gives me a panic attack. Just a pack of Vupu coil heads from probably the last 4 years. Just a pack of coil heads. Okay, I had a gooseneck. I don't know if I can even explain what a gooseneck was to people. It was like a big bendy thing that you plugged into your 510, and then you plugged your atomizer onto the end of this big bendy gooseneck so you could hold your mod and then have this big bendy gooseneck with your atomizer right at your mouth. And it was like this, and all I did was make fun of goosenecks. All I did was make fun of goosenecks until I went to Vape Fest St. Louis, Midwest Vape Fest, Casey Pickle. That's where Casey Pickle, there's video evidence of Casey Pickle talking about how hungry she is. And she's like, if I don't eat something, she's like, I'm so hungry right now that I would skin a person and eat them. And I just thought that was like one of the cutest things I've ever heard in my life. That's one of the moments I fell in love with Casey Pickle. HH357, you guys. Let's start wrapping this up. Let's get to some the first tank when the juice was in the mouthpiece, held around. Yep. Ego T, Paul. The Ego T, which I have some Ego T atomizers and tanks in this area over here. Paul, I think you're thinking of the Ego T. Not good. They weren't great. Here's the thing. Rhett's beard. I know I called you Jordan Peele. I know I said you're like our Jordan Peele. That joke, it might be worse than burrito around the bush. I'm just saying. Like, Rhett, if you could please bring your A game, that would help me out a lot. That would help me and the vlog out, honestly, a lot. I'm just kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time. What I want to do right now is this is a little bit Matt Sinister related. We're gonna do a getting to know GrimmGreen. I just have to. So one of the things that Matt Sinister and I bonded over, besides Iron Maiden versus Coldplay, besides Rad, and Matt, you know, I still haven't finished the newest season of Cobra Kai. And it was one of the first things I thought of when I was driving to the post office is that Matt hounded me for weeks on end, months on end, to watch Cobra Kai. Every time in the hangs, hey Nick, did you watch Cobra Kai? I haven't got to it yet, Matt. I'm sorry. Hey Nick, did you watch Cobra Kai? I watched like the first 2 episodes. I haven't got any further. He's like, oh, you need to finish Cobra Kai. You need to finish Cobra Kai. I still haven't finished Cobra Kai. And I pledge right now to Matt Sinister that I will absolutely finish Cobra Kai. Absolutely finish Cobra Kai, okay? So one of the things that Matt Sinister and I bonded over, because like Matt was a dude like that we could have gone to high school together. He was only a year older than me, and we were raised, you know, in the same. He was born and raised in California. I was born and raised in California. We grew up very similar, watching the same things and listening to the same bands, and it's almost like we were just destined to meet, you know? And one of the things that we bonded over was this 80s movie, 1983 classic, Eddie and the Cruisers. Does anybody in the chat remember Eddie and the Cruisers? If you're watching this on the replay, let me know in the comments, Eddie and the Cruisers, okay? Please let me know if you've ever watched Eddie and the Cruisers, because it's an incredible movie. It's just good. And I've watched it recently, and it's still good. It still holds up really well. But Eddie and the Cruisers was one of those 80s movies that my mom watched, and I watched it at a very, very young age, and it became one of those things like that I would request. Like, can we watch Eddie and the Cruisers? Can we watch Eddie and the Cruisers? Eddie and the Cruisers is a movie about a fictional band named Eddie and the Cruisers. This is Eddie. These obviously are the Cruisers. And it's a fictional band. They're not a band. Like, they're not a real band. All the music on this was not played by Eddie or his Cruisers. They were all played by John Cafferty. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band. They recorded and wrote all of the music for Eddie and the Cruisers. And all of the music for Eddie and the Cruisers is just really good, old style, just vintage, like rock and roll. You remember Eddie and the Cruisers? Yeah. Wait. Los Palos has an Eddie Lives t-shirt? I love this. Yes. Spoilers, Drip Theory, spoilers. So the idea of this movie was, you do fishy? Yeah, Eddie and the Cruisers. Okay, good. I'm glad we're on board with Eddie and the Cruisers. It was basically the idea, it was like the tragic story. Sorry, there you go. It was like the tragic story of this band, and it shows like the beginning of the band and how they got together and how they rose to popularity. And like, it's a tragic story about Eddie, who's the singer of Eddie and the Cruisers. And, you know, he becomes a celebrity and he's not all about it. You know, he's just a cool guy with cut off sleeves and he doesn't care about the stardom or anything like that. And he wasn't really happy with the way, you know, Eddie and the Cruisers being this huge popular band. So towards the end of the movie, I don't want to spoil it for you. I mean, Matt Dillon did not sing those songs. I mean to tell you that Matt Dillon was not in this movie because that's not Matt Dillon. But it looks a lot like Matt Dillon, you know? I'm not going to lie. It looks like Matt Dillon. It's not Matt Dillon. These are all essentially unknown actors. I think there were two famous actors. And the Eddie and the Cruisers. Let's see. Let's go to the IMDb. There's got to be some names that we recognize in here. Yeah, Tom Berenger. Tom Berenger was in it. The guy that played Eddie his name was Joe. Tom Berenger, I think, is the biggest star in this. Oh no, a guy named Michael Piar played Eddie Wilson. You would recognize Sal if you saw him. Ellen Barkin, remember Ellen Barkin? And Tom Berenger. Those were like the two big actors in this movie. And it's just a good movie. And it's because, I don't know, I'm a musician, so I identify with like the struggles of being in a band and being, you know, part of this group and working really hard to get noticed and then things like that. It's just a really great movie. Really, if you haven't watched Eddie and the Cruisers, just give it a spin. It's real good. It's just real good. And I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil the end. I don't want to spoil the end of the movie because it's kind of a cool ending to the movie. I guess it is kind of spoiled by the fact that there's an Eddie and the Cruisers 2, which is not good, by the way. If you've watched Eddie and the Cruisers, just leave it there. Just leave it alone. There's no need to continue. There's no need to watch Eddie and the Cruisers 2. You just don't have to. It's like that movie, The Mask. Remember The Mask with Jim Carrey? And you're like, oh, this is kind of a fun Jim Carrey. This is like a fun comic book movie. And then they did The Mask 2. Don't even bother. There's no need to watch that. No need to watch that hogwash. Eddie and the Cruisers 1 is the only thing you need to watch. So, in honor of, again, Matt Sinister, he purchased this record for me as a gift because we bonded over our mutual love of Eddie and the Cruisers. So this is another thing I will just not be able to not think of Matt Sinister when I watch or listen to Eddie and the Cruisers, the same way I won't be able to not think of Matt Sinister when I have a cactus cooler. I won't be able to not think of Matt Sinister every time I walk in my office and see the giant Rad poster on the wall. And that's fine. Like, I feel like that's good. I feel like I have a little thing. I'm going to start sobbing again and I don't want to. I feel like I have a little thing now from Matt that was like, our little shared thing. You know, we would talk about Eddie and the Cruisers and how we both loved it. And he bought me this soundtrack, and that just meant a lot to me. And so all of these songs are really good, fun, rock and roll type of songs. But we are going to put 2 songs from this record on the Getting to Know GrimmGreen Spotify playlist in honor of Eddie and the Cruisers and in honor of Matt Sinister. We're going to put the first track. You guys have probably heard this before. It's called On the Dark Side. Huh? On the Dark Side? Whoa, yeah? On the Dark Side. So good. Legendary song. Legendary song. The Dark Side, On the Dark Side, like the beginning of On the Dark Side, like to this day will give me chills. It's just really, really good. It's a really good song. And then I think I was trying to choose. It's like Wild Summer Nights is really good. Betty Lou, that's a really good song. These Oldies But Goodies, that's a really good song. But I think a fitting song for Matt Sinister would be the last song, Season in Hell. It's the last song that Eddie ever recorded with the Cruisers was Season in Hell. Their next album was supposed to be Season in Hell. And it was like Eddie's vision, his artistic vision of what he wanted the band to do. And it's a great song. So we're going to put On the Dark Side and Season in Hell off this record, off the Eddie and the Cruisers soundtrack performed by John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band on the Getting to Know GrimmGreen Spotify playlist. I feel a little bit guilty that, you know, Matt's not here to see this because I kept telling him that I was going to do this record. You know, I kept telling him, oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. I'm going to do it, Matt. I promise. Eddie and the Cruisers, it's coming up. It's coming up. I must have told him, 16 different times that Eddie and the Cruisers, it's coming up, bro. I promise. It's here now, Matt. It's Eddie and the Cruisers, bro. Fucking A. So that's it. Sorry. That's it for the Getting to Know GrimmGreen. Cheers, Matt Sinister. Cheers. Now, if you'd like to stick around for an even longer period of time, I still would very much like to do a very random liquid tasting. I think you know what that means. I think that means shirts off in the pit. Oh my God. Okay. Whoa. All my software freaked out for a second. If that was you, Matt Sinister, I don't find that funny. Stop sending me dangle clacks. All right, let's end this vlog. So, we're going to have some okay. Your 3 choices today. Jord. We got this from I got this in Germany. I don't know exactly where it's from. I think it's from the United Kingdom. Jord. We have some straight up strawberry. Jord strawberry. Or M-Turk and the Turkish tobacco. Or it's coming back again. It's that Clapback Summerade. Clapback Summerade. Not that I have a favorite or one that I really want to taste, but Clapback Summerade is up there on the lineup. Again, this is a democracy, so you guys vote. There's no, it's one man, one vote here. We don't have like an electoral college or anything, so just vote right now. Clapback Summerade, Turkish tobacco, or the Yord Strawberry? Please vote. Let's give you some hot 7th floor tango action because I know it helps facilitate the voting experience. It helps facilitate the voting experience. So please vote. And, you know the song. I don't need to sing the song. You guys know the song. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote funky. Okay? Here's what we'll do while we're voting, actually. I'd like to sing Happy Birthday. Can I sing Happy Birthday over the 7th floor tango? I don't know whose birthdays it is. I'm going to go check the Discord real quick. And you guys keep voting. Keep voting. Keep voting. If you don't vote today, then you don't get to vote, and it's funky. So, it's also a celebration. What, I have no patron birthdays? How is that even possible? I mean, Baker Man. But really, Baker Ma'am, I can sing next week because I'll have a vlog before her birthday. All right, Baker Ma'am. Here's the thing. We're just singing Happy Birthday to Zeus. Yeah, Zeus. If anybody has a quick birthday wish, throw it in the chat right now. Otherwise, it's just me singing Happy Birthday to Zeus. Because we have to sing Happy Birthday, even if you are a canine. I do believe that you should still be sung Happy Birthday to. I sing Happy Birthday to my Schnauzer. Actually, that's a lie. I've never sung Happy Birthday to my Schnauzer, but I'm going to. TJ Center? Look, TJ. That counts. TJ, you're on the birthday list. I'm singing Happy Birthday to you. It's your birthday? No, that doesn't matter. All right, we got GTT WinCam. GTT WinCam. Hell yeah, you're getting your birthday sung too. You think the birthdays are just for the cool kids? No. Steve-O's dad and uncle, all right? Steve-O, dad and uncle. It's their birthdays. So they're getting sung Happy Birthday. That's it. I think that's it. Grimm, the haircut looks Army regulation. Does it? I don't think it does. Let's ask Jake Scrapwood. I don't feel like this is Army regulation. My hair's I'm losing my hair just quicker and quicker every single day. It's just a matter of time before I'm full Bruce Willis. We're going to call it full Matt Sinister now. That's just going to happen. So listen, Stu, come back in September. I will sing you Happy Birthday. That is a promise. That is a promise. Was it Dave Lloyd's cat's birthday? Bradley? Could have been Dave. We could have other cat birthdays. Some feline birthdays. Apathy's mom? Joshua Apathy mom? George Jennings. Okay, George Jennings. That counts. That counts, George Jennings. Your friend Kayla. All right. Wee baby Kayla. We're singing Kayla Happy Birthday, even if she doesn't want it. Okay. Here we go. Let's sing Happy Birthday, you guys. I hope you're all voting like psychopaths. It's your birthday today, Adam Perkins? Well, welcome to the party, pal, and happy birthday to ya. Your birthday is on August 18th? All right, Seth, we'll get there. We're almost to August. We'll get it as close as we can to people's possibles. TJ just turned 40? All right. Listen, TJ, we don't have to announce the age. If you want to tell me that you just celebrated your 25th birthday again, then that's fine. Ready? Is everybody ready to sing happy birthday? 1, 2, 3. Me. Here's your note. Ah. Happy birthday to you. We're singing happy birthday, Mike. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Happy birthday, dear Zeus, who's turning 3. Also, TJ, who's turning 40. Also, GTT WinCam. Also, Steve-O's dad and uncle. Also, Joshua Apathy Miller's mom, also George Jennings, also the wee baby Seamus's friend Kayla, also Vaping Chemist, also Adam Perkins, and Marcy Gotts's dad will be 82 tomorrow. Happy birthday to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip around the room. 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 Just skip around the room. I know you want to do it. Just skip around the room. I know you want to do it. Just skip around the room. I know you want to do it, so skip around the room. Happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy effing birthday. Despite everything, we still have reasons to be happy. We still have birthdays to celebrate, damn it. So happy birthday to the lot of you. Just to the lousy bunch of you. All right. Let's see where... Oh, you guys were swayed. You were swayed by my ruse. All right, let's go ahead and end this poll. It definitely looks like the Clapback Summerade is going to win. So we got to let Lonnie know. Lonnie! I'm going to text him. I'm going to text Lonnie literally right now. I'm going to text him. I'm going to let him know. He showed up. I said, hey, show up to the vlog. Maybe like that was like a few weeks ago. Maybe we'll taste Summerade. I was like, it's a democracy, so everybody gets to vote. So they might not choose Summerade, but they might also choose Summerade. So I'm going to try this. Lonnie has been around in the vape industry for literally as long as I can remember. Lonnie was one of the first people that I met in the vape industry. He's one of the first people I met at ECC. We shared a hot dog together. He's just a good dude. You know, he's always been super cool with me, super gracious. He makes surf satisfying, which is, in my opinion, one of the best liquids known to man. It's just incredible. So we're going to taste his Summerade. He said, this is the one. He said, of all the clapbacks, this is the one. My Alaskan family celebrates by setting the birthday salmon on fire and blowing it out. If your wish doesn't come true before the smell dissipates, it won't happen. That sounds like a terrible birthday tradition. That sounds awful. Man, I'm glad I don't live in Alaska with Rhett. That'd be weird. I'd have to get used to that. First things first, let's knuckle test this. Hot dogs matter. Oh, I see you there, Lonnie. What's up, Lonnie? What's happening, bro? Clapback. It's happening. I told you it would happen. It was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of time. We're going to be tasting this out of the Grimm Army Hexome. And I don't know why, again, but this Grimm Army Hexome is something that reminds me of my Patreon. It reminds me of my cool kids, and it reminds me of Matt Sinister, because Matt Sinister wasn't able to get a Grimm Army Hexome when they dropped, but he was so stoked because it was probably 2 weeks ago. Fuck, man, maybe even less than that. It was like 2 weeks ago. He's like, hey, Nick, finally got a Grimm Army Hexome. Just bought a Grimm Army Hexome. And he was so pumped and so stoked. God damn it, Matt Sinister. So let's try this. Let me take an inaugural toot first. Okay, hang on. I'm going to have to evaluate this. I'm going to turn my microphone off. I'm going to turn the music up. I'm going to sit with this for just a second, vape it. I'll come back and give you my thoughts. We're off to an interesting start. Is there what's the flavor profile in this, Lonnie? I can kind of guess it. Don't spoil it for me, but tell me what the flavor profile is. Okay. Hit that like button, you guys. Yeah, definitely. Do what Mike says. Be like Mike. Hit that like button. Lonnie, did you hit that like button? So whoever, yep, Michael, correct. Sick boy, correct. It is a little on the throaty side, and it's throaty in a way that I'm not super familiar with or comfortable with. Yox liquids are throaty. I thought Rocket Blast, Matt Sinister's favorite liquid of all time, I thought Rocket Blast was a little bit throaty, but he loved the crap out of it. So I'm thinking maybe the throatiness is just in my head. But it is throaty. There's something about this. I feel it. I feel it in like a weird, sharp way. Here's what I'm getting. Lemonade. Pink lemonade, it kind of reminds me of, like, if anybody out there was a fan of the surf stuff, especially surf satisfying, this has like strong surf satisfying vibes to it. It tastes like fruit and citrus and lemonade. Am I gonna have to look up the flavor profile of this? It's nothing but good. It's nothing but good. Despite the little bit of throatiness I get from it, chances are no one else would say that this is a throaty liquid. No one else would say that this is a throaty liquid. But it gives me a very refreshing feeling. Like, I know there's no culotta or anything in this, but it still gives me that really, I would even say zesty. It's a zesty vape. It's really bright, really crispy, lots of sparkling top notes, lemonade, pink lemonade, some sort of fruitness happening in there. It's damn hell ass good. Like, I was a huge fan of Surf Satisfying. It's one of my like legacy liquids. I think it's so delicious. I haven't had it in a while. Hint, hint, Lonnie. Yeah, dude, I agree, Lee. I got Lee on the Surf Satisfying, and it is so good. Lee, I think that if you're into this, if you're into Surf Satisfying, you would be into this Clapback Summerade. Raspberry and guava lemonade. Okay, awesome. That's perfect. That crystallizes everything I was just thinking in my head. Raspberry guava lemonade. Give it to me. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful flavor. It's zesty. Yeah. Sifu knows. Bright, zesty punch in the throat. That's kind of what it is. It's zesty. It's bright. It's just so vibrant and like refreshing. Tangy. I would describe this as tangy. I could describe this as a tangy. If I didn't know any better, Lonnie, I would say that this is I would say that there's a melon of some sort in here. Not watermelon, but some sort of melon. I'm getting a melony thing.
Okay, this is legit. Clapback Summer Raid is fire. Like, this is really good. I'm glad I put it in the Hexome because this is something I'm just going to be vaping this summer. This tastes like summer in a bottle to me. Summer in a bottle, Lonnie. Peace out, Jangles. Wash that ass.
That's tasty shit, Lonnie. That is really good. This is, Frames, this is right up your alley. Dude, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. This is the summer vape. This just feels like summer. The raspberry, the guava, the lemonade, it's all such like a gooey, cohesive flavor. It feels like this could be a cocktail, you know? Like this could be like a vodka cocktail. Cantaloupe, it's kind of a little cantaloupe-y. Like if there was a melon in between cantaloupe and honeydew, it's kind of like cantadew or honeylope. That's how I would describe this.
It's thebomb.com.
This is good. I'm not trying to chalk up this liquid too much, but damn, it's good.
I believe so, Ern.
I believe so. I believe it is available in the States. I don't know why this door had like some play on it. Some play on it. Yeah, Ern, Lonnie's the gentleman you're going to want to speak to.
Fuck, this is good. I don't picture any jellification in my head.
Scott Jenkins, you bring up a good point. I always picture things in my head. Like whenever I vape something, I picture a substance or a thing in my head with literally every liquid I have. Every liquid I have. Like I've explained that the guava jelly is like a slab of jelly that's translucent, you know, that's kind of cloudy, like a cloudy, milky jelly. This tastes like a cocktail. All I can picture in my head is like a highball glass that's clearly filled with some sort of pink liquid because it's raspberry and guava, vodka, lemonade, and then you drink it. Like that's what I'm picturing in my head is like a beverage. Damn clapback. Damn Summer Raid. This is a great setup. This is perfect. I'm so glad this came together like this. Okay, enough gushing about the Summer Raid. It's just GD delicious. I'm not putting the cap back on. That's how you know I like a liquid is when the cap doesn't go back on. The cap's been off the plum job since its inception. I just have a collection of caps that sit literally right there on the floor. That's where I keep them because I know I'm just going to be dripping it. I know I am. Oh, fuck.
That is delicious beyond words, Lonnie. That's really good. And it's got, I don't want anyone to be thrown off by this, but it has like a retro-y feel to it. Like it feels like something I would have rocked in like 16 or 17, you know? It's just got that like that throwbacky feel to it. That's good. That's good. That's damn hell ass good. All right, you guys. I think 3 hours, over 3 hours is the limit for this particular live stream. So let me take a quick look around. Make sure I didn't forget anything. I know I did. I forgot some things over here. That's fine. We got that. We got Mail. Eddie and the fucking cruisers. Dude, we got a Guar mod. We got a Guar Boro that's UV reactive. That's fucking cool. Jake Scrapwood, thank you. Thank you. I think we're done. I think we're done here tonight. I think my business is finished. I think it's time to go hang out with the Yo-Yo Cool Kids and just fellowship and be awesome together. Can't recommend Clapback Summer Aid quite enough. That is a completely delicious summer in a bottle. Summer in a bottle, Lonnie. Summer in a bottle. I want to take this vape and I want to lay on an inflatable donut in my pool and just lay and vape. And in this hand, I have a beer or something. And then just vaping, just this motion, in the pool. That's what I feel like, Lonnie. So, you want the 7th floor tango back? I'm sorry. That's my 7th floor tango, you see. Listen, thank you guys. We didn't hydrate tonight, which is really a bummer. Guys, remember to stay hydrated. Remember to stay hydrated. Let me finish off this last beer. Fucking sticky monkey. Thank you, Matt Sinister. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out. I love the vlog, and I just keep loving the vlog more and more and more as time goes on, and it just makes me so excited to do this live stream with you guys and hang out and do fun shit and taste liquid and open stuff. And I feel like we just have a really good time, and I think that you guys in the chat, you make it so fun and welcoming for people to be here and for new people to be here and just fit in and have fun and just... I love that about this group of people. And, it's one of the reasons why I love Matt Sinister so much. He was part of that. He was part of the cool kids. He wasn't just a cool kid, but I was honored to have Matt Sinister be a part of the cool kids. Be a part of the cool kids. Did you have a super chat, Delirium? All right, I apologize. Let's get back over here to the super chats real quick. There were some that I missed. I apologize, Delirium. Thank you for calling me out and holding me accountable on that. Austin says, hey, you are an amazing advocate and informative in your content. Thanks. Hope you retro vape today. I did retro vape today, Austin, and thank you. That means a lot to me. I really appreciate that. Delirium, thank you. Delirium, I will never not read your super chats for the rest of my life. I apologize. Delirium says, sorry for your loss, bro. Hashtag Club Sinister for life. What's up, Club Sinister? I even just doing the voice makes me sad. Even just doing the voice makes me sad. Queen Honey Bunny, you gave me 11 pair, and I appreciate that very much, Queen Honey Bunny. You're one of the good ones. It wouldn't be a vlog ending without one last super chat from the mighty Sewer Rug. Hella rad vlog, GrimmGreen. All the love to you and to the wonderful people here. Hashtag Powerbomb the world. Hashtag Club Sinister for life. Yes, even saying Powerbomb the world gets me all weepy. Just gets me all weepy. God damn it. So I'm going to say goodnight, you guys. I'm going to go hang out with my cool kids, and we're just going to have some shed time. I'm probably going to eat some Taco Bell later tonight. So I just want to say again, thank you guys for coming out to the vlog. I really appreciate it when you're here, and I appreciate all the love that you've shown me, you've shown Matt Sinister, that you've shown the Grimm Army. Vaping's not going anywhere. Don't listen to people like that. It's up to us to tell our stories, and it's up to us to be champions of vaping, and that's just where we're at, And I got one more super chat from Ranger Rusty. He says, hey, cool kids, Powerbomb the world. We're putting it on a t-shirt. We're going to do Matt Sinister t-shirts. We're going to powerbomb the world. That's just motivational advice to live by. And it's not like a call to violence, like don't go powerbombing people. It's just a mindset. It's like you get up in the morning and you powerbomb the world. I'm not sure if anybody saw that sick top rope powerbomb that Matt Sinister did in the intro, but that's how you should powerbomb the world. We need more people like Matt Sinister. And God damn it. I just miss the hell out of you, man. Be excellent to each other, everybody. Big love. Peace out.